66 points coming into this.
Yo, where's my stream at?
2 wins in SLS.
Where's my stream, bro? Oh my god. Where's my stream? There it is.
Maintain this to the rest of the rounds of play, he is setting himself up for
where's my stream?
Not have to play through doors.
Okay, there's my stream. There's my stream. I'm always getting pissed off, but can we turn this down a bit?
But again, our top players are still within 20 points of each other.
Let me full screen. Chat, this is the hut. I watched a little bit of it. Kind of. I watched like most of it actually.
It's a lot of the time comes down to
I think
which way that ball is
wait.
going. You can get caught
They're playing Blade Ball right now.
Mistake, one slight slip up.
Yep, they're playing the fire game.
We're into our 4th round, the penultimate.
They're playing some.
Here
okay, bro, why is the quality here so bad? Is it actually on 1080p? It is. I don't know. Bro, why does this guy look like he hasn't slept in days? Okay, not that guy.
We see in the movement they mostly want to keep space.
Not that guy. He keeps switching faces. Bro, a lot of these people look like they haven't slept in days, dude. No way. That's absolutely crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Let the fools charge.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna be. This is going on for currently like I think like almost no, not 3 hours, almost 2 hours.
What would you be choosing if you were competing?
So I don't know if y'all can hear me good. Hopefully.
Just being able to change that arc and mix things up has been awesome. A little harder to notice.
I think y'all can. I think y'all can.
But that is an important one because
yeah, a lot of people look like they haven't slept in days, dude. Maybe they actually haven't. They've been practicing for this. I mean, it's $1 million, so.
The Infinity, which unfortunately is not in this game.
Like my boys, bro, they have not gotten sleep, bro. They have not gotten any sleep.
Before they deemed fair, balanced, and a wonderful sport to watch.
But hey, they're getting they're gonna get it. Well, one of them's gonna get $1 million, bro. Most people who are not sleeping is not gonna be worth it in the end. I actually don't even know who's winning right now. I think it's the Death Eagle. I'm not sure though.
Some of their modes, and we know even some brand new modes, as we'll get to a little later in this competition.
Yes, we will.
And that's one of the
no one has slept, bro. Look at my boy Anonymous Line. Oh my god, bro.
Stand the test of time.
Well, our three-peat
I
winner
mean,
here
yeah, me personally, if I was going for $1 million, I wouldn't sleep either. I mean, yeah, that's true, but most of these people aren't gonna get $1 million anyways. I mean, not most, like, pretty much only one person's gonna get it, so, like, pretty much no one's gonna get it but one person. That's what I meant to say. Basically.
Who's doing pretty well for himself, Shave up just a few points behind. Those are the guys you're looking at here is
I don't know, bro. I would. Nah, imagine being second place in this, though. You just lost $1 million. Well, I mean, you gotta fly to Roblox HQ.
I'm not sure they're paying attention to
so I don't know, bro.
We are back there as the competition's fierce, but if I was Antoel, I'd be going for some of the folks who I know could compete with my top spot, and that's Roby, who's still in this game.
But Anonymous Line, a third contender trying to step up.
Come on, I'm actually cheering for the Roby guy. That's the only one he's like, I actually don't even know.
They really should be teaming up on him.
Yeah, that's right. They're kind of
come on, man. This is kind of biased. These are all just random people, by the way.
Back and forth around the triangle. Line hits it in. Who slips up first? Who makes a mistake? Roby. Abilities.
Yo, why is Roby cooking right now? What the frick?
One of them up to the task.
That's absolutely crazy.
Staying in it and finally.
Amazing.
I mean,
this is gonna be hard to recover.
Let's see.
Yeah, none of these people have gotten sleep or hardly.
Oh, I thought it went to Answer.
No, still in it. A 1v1 between two of our top performers, Antarel.
Holy crap, bro. Hey, let's go. Let's go. That's the go. That's the go right there.
And is the first
that's the go.
Besides Antarel to take home a round here in Blade Ball.
Well, that was an incredible run down there.
I don't know why the quality's so bad. I'm literally have it on 1080p.
For him to capture those points and put
it shouldn't be bad. I don't know. I guess it is.
So relaxed.
Yeah, that's his
Zero
vibe.
Pressure.
Yeah, he knows it, man.
I got it on 1080p, bro. I don't know why the quality's so bad.
$1 million, what? Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, seems like he's been there many times before.
You gotta be stoic when you're doing it. Our scores are ready to go. The umpires have tallied things up and
Blade Ball. Okay, Roby's cooking kind of. He's second place.
Behind. The issue is, if it keeps going down to those two.
Oh, it's on the final match against Match 5, bro. That's I watched the whole almost the whole soccer match thing. That was so long, dude.
I'd be looking and try to use those abilities fast and get him out of this competition.
58 points across DTI.
That was so long, the soccer one. I think this is the third game. So we're not even halfway done with this. It's probably gonna be like 4 hours or something.
So he basically has to win and get Antarell out early.
It's probably
if he
like
wants to
4
overpay.
hours.
And another name that's not mentioned enough here is actually a chat favorite, which is Death Eagle. Everybody wants to see him come back, and let's see if he can.
Yeah, I don't want Death Eagle to win. If he does, it's
We've seen a
fine,
couple
but
emotional reactions from him, losing out to
Yeah.
these
yeah,
early
I honestly
rounds,
don't even
and,
care.
he's
I mean,
definitely
actually, all
gonna
these
have
people
to-
are
have to
random,
step
bro.
up here.
The only person I
2
knew
points
got
across the
freaking
first
disqualified
4
from the
rounds. We
thing.
wanna see some more from him in this
So
final.
that's great.
But a reminder it's not over for all of our players who
Yeah.
keep on fighting because this is a progression system with points that count across each.
What I mean by they got
So you
disqualified
do
is
need to
they
try your
didn't even
hardest
come
each
to the
and every
Roblox
round here.
HQ.
It
They
is
just got
important to
they just got a
secure as high
Roblox
of a spot
message
as
saying they were
possible in
disqualified and
each
stuff.
But here we are, the final round of Blade Ball, and here we go.
Can't
Anonymous
believe
line.
it's almost over.
I know. The
I'm having a
Blade Ball.
great time.
I could watch Blade Ball, I think, all day. It is a beautiful game of art.
It is really fun to watch. The pace at which it plays, it's kind of unlike anything
Wait,
else.
they
that
played
we're gonna be
Super League
playing.
Soccer? They did play Super League Soccer. It's like,
A nice,
where
quiet
is it? Yeah,
Played
see,
SLS
they
before
did play that
qualifying for
game.
this event.
As again, there's a boom, and I believe the first player goes down here.
Boom, boom. Okay.
Exciting stuff. But
Yeah, they
Schaefer
played
will
Super
not
League
be
Soccer,
remaining
it's true.
in this round of the competition.
Yeah, the brand new classic V2, I believe, the map, a fan favorite here.
That's really tough for Shafe. He was one of those
Yeah.
players just on the edge cumulatively.
Bro, this
109
guy,
points
Anonymous Line, he
for
has
Shafe.
not
He
slept
could've
the
if
entire
Antarell
event, dude.
and Roby had been
I
limited
swear.
early, maybe looked to overtake, but
Oh my god.
unfortunately today's
He's not even
he's
winning though,
dead,
that's the
at
thing.
least in this one
I mean,
game.
I
There's
guess
still more
maybe
for him
not
to play,
sleeping
but
has affected him, to be honest.
opportunity to qualify straight to the top 4. Not really looking too possible.
All right, Death
There it
Eagle
is.
That's
takes down
crazy, yeah.
Icicle. Quick
They're on their
red
third game. They
before
played like
quick-
Dress to Impress. That
quick
was like
to
the first
sweep,
game they
and that
played.
is down
I
to
know, I
the
watched some
Yeah,
of
played
it,
just before that too.
but
with
I didn't
Jay
watch. I
freezing
missed
that
some. I
rapture.
missed some
Amazing.
spots.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's one of the best direct counters, I think, when we're talking about the abilities in this game.
Absolutely. Great reaction time there.
All right, well, Antarell's still in it, and that is the player to be watching in this round. If they can take him out early, there is a chance here. It is an important moment for him. We'll see where this freeze is going. I'm not sure they saw the trajectory.
Mad Max.
Oh, going
Another
with the
good
counter
counter there.
freeze. Absolutely.
Oh,
and that is
Antarell.
Antarell out.
Wait, this is a chance now for
Huge
Roby.
Bro,
play.
he's
The
everyone
has
hears it. Well,
fallen.
that guy's
It's
locked
true.
in, though.
Now, suddenly,
He's
this
not
is
even
a
winning,
moment
but
of
he's
truth here.
locked
Roby
in.
can
Which is
claw
fair,
this
to be
back.
honest.
That was an early knockout.
It's really going to come down to how the points roll out. Did Antarell go out early enough? Can Roby actually win this? It'll be neck and neck between the two of those, but to have its absolute best chance at the points
Roby's
working in
kinda
his
cooking,
favor,
though. What the
Roby
frick?
wants to win this
I hope he
round.
wins.
Yeah, Chad is
but-
still talking about Death Eagle. They can't stop talking about him.
As
Very
neither can
popular.
we. Neither can we, and he's going to shine still. I have a lot of faith in our
That
remaining
is-
matches here.
That's
But for this one, this
glaze.
is the moment for Roby. If he can place top 2, I believe, he might have the points to move on. We'll find
Yeah.
out.
We'll have to see the umpires tally it, but all he's thinking right now is that a win would be so important, and that's Death Eagle, the fan favorite,
Oh.
going down. And I think we're down to
The
4
Death Eagle's only the fan
contestants.
favorite 'cause he
Jay's
got, like,
still in
number
this
one in the
Lime's
thing.
still in this one, but they're
I guess it
fighting
makes
each other,
sense, to be
and
honest.
The real man who's winning off of that is, of course, Roby, sitting in the corner, letting his opponents fight each other off, and buying time, buying placement in this round.
Yeah, good plays for Mad Max. He's been a little quieter in the earlier rounds, but he's done a good job this round eliminating some important players and actually sticking to it and staying alive.
I like that we see Roby use the fully zoomed out camera and get as much situational awareness as possible. He's not looking at it from his character's perspective. He's looking at this almost bird's eye view and staying in the race.
Yeah, it's interesting timing. That means he knows the distance to the map because you're not going to see the collision with your character here. You got to watch the ball, your opponent, the timing, and know the second count each and every bounce of this.
If you've played volleyball, you know you're not even really looking at the ball a ton. You just kind of feel it. You feel the momentum. You get in a rhythm, and that's why the abilities are so strong because they break that natural
okay.
rhythm.
Yeah,
That's why I play with
Oh.
my eyes closed.
I was going to say we should have the blindfolded blade ball competition and see how far anyone gets.
You probably could play off audio. It would be hard, but
Also, shout out to Jay. He's sort of been moving his way up the ladder in each and every match.
Yeah, doing a
Still
great
in the
job
game.
here.
Who the
Harley
frick is
got a top
Jay?
3.
There's a
Anonymous
person
Line
named
also doing
James
great
in
today
this
with
one?
Roby.
Was there
Who was
actually?
that? Who
I
just
think
goes
that was
home?
Roby that just went down.
That
Roby is
Wow.
out
Oh,
of
hell
the
no,
round.
that's
Wow.
crazy.
Roby, I'm not sure if that score's going to be enough.
I don't think so. Antarell is going to have to be really kind of getting a sigh of relief out of there, knowing that he's getting a pretty comparable number of
Oh.
points
Jay
here.
with
Yep.
a win. Wow.
Final win.
I don't know
for
who's
him.
winning
He
right now. I
needed
guess
that
we'll
one.
find out
77 points going
once this
into
game
round,
ends.
adding 15 more to the total from the win. We're going to have to tally everything up, of course, but I think that's likely to be a position that Antarell is feeling good about. He took 3 out of 5, got a runner-up position in the 4th, and got about a mid-leg placement in that final round.
Yeah, it is cumulative. So as you get the scoring, even if you don't clear this one hurdle, it is important going on to the final. But
Yeah,
man, wonderful stuff. We'll find out from the judges.
And that's why we're talking about, right, our top performer being the one who gets that instant qualification, but there's still the other players who have to go and now play slap battles after this and then doors after that. Getting into second, third place and being competitive in that way means that you're in a way better position once that top number is taken off the board to sneak in and qualify in that next round.
Right, and I feel like in a way, slap battles coming up next is very similar to Blade Ball, fast-paced individual competition, and here are the scores. So let's take a look.
Oh yeah, I guess. I don't think it matters if you win a round, but well, it does because of the scoreboard. But nah, I don't know how the Death Eagle. Well, the Death Eagles got first in the thing, so.
That should be enough, but we of course want to wait for that official confirmation from our referees. And Terrell, though, what an impressive performance from him. 2 wins in SLS, a solid showing in DTI, and now 60 points tallied up here in Blade Ball. Looking like a fierce competitor there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, that was epic, everyone. Let's all take a deep breath after Blade Ball and see what's going on with Geach and Sabrina, what they have to say.
It's Sabrina from RB Battles.
Yes, thank you,
no
I
way.
needed that. Over here.
I don't know who this person is, to be honest.
They were so good. Oh my gosh. Now, Sabrina, who surprised you the most?
Well, Antarel, because I did not expect those skills, and then they started going after Antarel, so that was a good strategy on their part.
Of course, because you've got to get off the guy who's getting everybody else out.
3 wins in a row. That's scary.
Yeah, and especially with the intensity that I really enjoyed watching Antarel and Roby go at it, because I just knew that Roby was, I don't know, Roby had the strats. It's just like, you just couldn't quite
the
pull it
reflexes.
out. Maybe. And it's just the back and forth so fast, man. But, you know, Jay pulling it out the last round.
Yeah, that was unexpected. I didn't expect it. So it could be anyone's game at this point.
I don't know.
We have no idea what's going to be happening in the next few games.
Yeah, I definitely didn't expect Antarel to get knocked out in that last round, especially the way that he played the first 4 rounds. And then for Mad Max to come and just
I don't even know what to say anymore, bro.
I had to double take because I couldn't believe that Antarel got eliminated. I was like, wait a minute, did I say Antarel got eliminated? I didn't expect that.
I see you did a face reveal a few seconds.
What? And to only be 1 point apart.
Yeah,
I did it. No, I didn't.
Only 1 point apart. Right now, those 2 are the top for $1 million.
I did what now?
That's crazy.
I did not do a face
reveal.
reveal. What are you talking about?
I feel like I'd have a pretty good shot.
I did not do a face reveal.
I'm not a blade baller. You know, it's a little too fast.
Bro, okay, why did I X out my stream?
They said something about playing Blade Ball blindfolded. I actually did do that.
How did that go for you?
I got on a.
I didn't do a face reveal, bro. Did I actually?
And I asked a random player if they would help me.
You trusted a
random? Did I actually do a face reveal?
Yes, I was blindfolded.
I don't remember doing a face reveal.
They told me when to hit, and I won.
I don't remember doing the face reveal. Can y'all even hear that?
Thank you so much.
Me,
now back to you, Jay Party.
All right, riveting analysis from our fancy correspondence team.
Yeah, I didn't do a face reveal.
Blindfolded. That's crazy.
I don't believe that.
I'm into the.
I didn't do a face reveal, bro.
For the next hunt, we'll see. All right, well, another game down, which means a new contestant is advancing.
No, I don't want another Hunt edition.
We are happy to announce the next contestant making their way into the top 4. It's the 3-time Blade Ball champion, Antarel.
All right, give it up for Antarel here. He is deserving of a good break after that performance. Wow.
Good job, man.
Showing.
Good job.
So he's going to join our first contestant, and just like that, 2 folks have progressed. Exciting stuff. Dudadud and Antarel get to hang out and talk about how they're going to strategize for the top 4.
Wait, they made it to the top 4? What the frick?
Let's take a look at the scores here as well, because
who's
getting
winning?
all tallied up.
Roby's winning, like actually?
2 games here in the qualification.
Yo, let's go. He's actually winning.
Yeah, that's got to feel good. They're now 1 step closer to the $1 million. Looking at Roby and Shay here with each over 100 points.
Yeah, that is strong. But hey, players in the 90s still have a major chance here. As we've seen, the points start adding up in these 5-round games that we're going to see.
Yeah, I want to give some credit to Jay that he lost first in the first game of Blade Ball, went out early in the second as well, and then rallied back in those last 2 games, or the last 3, getting deep placements to tally nearly 30 points on the board, and bring himself now into the top 4 of our standings.
All right. Well, things are heating up here. We've got our 8 contestants left. Now would be a great time to get up, stretch, grab a snack, and take a brief pause. But don't go too far away. Don't change that channel. We're going to be resuming the stream here, but first, we're going to see some stories of some of the incredible creators that make Roblox possible. I think we've got some fun
more
stories
filler. Let's go.
for you folks at home, so maybe
I'm
check
hyped.
out some of these creator
I'm
stories.
hyped for the filler.
And we'll be back with live competition soon for the $1 million prize that's coming.
What the frick? Why is the audio like that?
It was funny being the art director on a high-end fashion.
What happened to my audio?
Crocs on the daily.
What happened to my audio, bro?
For other projects, there's very little. The color pass is actually just kept blank.
What happened? Oh wait, that's just the stream, dude.
Sawhorse makes.
What is the audio, bro? Oh my god, dude. Why is the quality so bad? Yo, your audio's cooked, bro. Your audio's cooked. Alright, I guess this is just the waiting room. I don't know, dude. Alright, well. Yeah, I guess it's just gonna be on this screen the entire time. Okay. I don't know when they're coming back, so. Alright. When did he ever do a face reveal, bro? I never did a face reveal, guys. Totally not. Definitely not, guys. Never face reveal, guys. Never in my life have I done that. I'm sure I haven't. Alright, we're just gonna be in the waiting lobby, I guess. Bro, ain't no way cap, bro. Real. Beyblade 5 years ago, bro. No, that's not the. No, my oldest video doesn't have my face in it. Or no. Yeah, that's not my face. That one deleted playlist. Deleted playlist? What deleted playlist? What are you talking about, Obama? What are you talking about? I have no. Wait, am I? No, I'm not. Okay, what are you talking about, Obama? What are you talking about, dude? I don't know, man. I think Obama's going nuts because I've never face revealed in my life, guys. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true, guys. You had like a lot of Beyblade vids, bro, and then like all of them got deleted except for that one. Yeah, I did delete most of them, to be honest. We are in the waiting lobby. Who's gonna win, guys? I wonder if Obama has seen my face before. I'm sure he hasn't. I'm sure Obama has never seen my face before. Definitely not. Yo, I don't even know what to say. I'm just waiting. Yep, we're just waiting right now. It's literally just this. You know what? let's see what. No, never mind. Did it get hijacked? No, it did not get hijacked, bro. Oh yeah, we gotta play slap battles now. That's gonna be the next game. We're on the 4th game. There's 8 games, so it's like 8 whole games. So yeah, we're on the 4th one. We're like almost halfway there, and we've been here for actually I just started streaming 20 minutes ago, but no, I'm just gonna use the bathroom, bro. Like what the frick? Alright, I'm back now. Fire music, fire background music right now. This is so fire, man. I don't know why the delay is so crazy though. Yo, I've been waiting here for 5 years. Oh. Yo, how long is this gonna be, the break? I'm getting so impatient. I don't know why I just am. Don't even ask. Oh my days, bro. Oh my god.
everybody. Thank you for your patience
Let's go.
The wait is finally over. The even more chaotic slap battles is about to begin.
Let's check it out.
Game 4, slap battles. There are 5 free-for-all matches. Contestants must knock everyone else off the platform. Last one standing wins. The contestant with the highest cumulative score will advance to the round of 4. Here's the scoring for each match.
All right, folks. Don't let that charming music deter you. This is a serious competition, and it's really important for our players as there is a pretty close scoring amongst our top here. And it's still anyone's game because in 5 rounds of slap battles, if you go out first, you ain't getting any points. If you make it to the top, you're getting a lot. So, again, the competition is in it. We've got some exciting stories from our players, and I think they're doing good stuff here. Mimi, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that this is going to be exciting. I think we're going to start to really shake out who our true top players are, because it's down to the wire, and we're into our first round of slap battles. There's going to be 5 total, and this one is a little bit fun, a little bit chaotic. Normally, this is a game with a ton of different gloves, but in this version, we're only playing with one to keep the competition fair.
Yes, the basic white glove, and of course, the fart ability is the only one that is in the game, and as you guys can hear, it's already being used.
Absolutely, you're going to hear that flowing here. As this game's going to have a little bit of a slower pace start, the players are going to kind of jockey.
Okay, bro, why is this at 1080p but the quality's so bad?
Back, which is kind of an important part of this, as the terrain will start to burn down around them, force them onto a smaller and smaller island.
I gotta say, everybody must be trying their best, fighting for life to win, because losing in slap battles must be the most disrespectful way to go out. I will not take that.
Yeah, you hear a fart sound effect and you fall off the map. Yeah, you don't want to go down like that. Pressure definitely on. I think it's a lot of strategy in it. As silly as that might sound for how silly the game is, you have to calculate your risks. Do you play towards the center where there's going to be a lot more conflict? Do you stick more to the side?
Yo, why do my ribs hurt? What the frick, dude?
Positioning is a lot of the game in slap battles.
Yeah, as you get a breakaway.
Well, I guess 4 people already moved to a different game, or not 4, 2 people. I'm not sure what happened to them. I don't think they got eliminated.
Right? As all players are still alive here, but there's more.
They moved on to the
you
other
are
round.
incentivized to, not take too many risks because you're not getting points for eliminating
They're making
other
this
players. You're getting
very
points
confusing
for
event
surviving
right
and being the last man standing on that island as it slowly whittles away. Still, our competitors all up, but players starting to get a little closer to that edge.
Yeah, we see with this next drop on the layer on fire now. When that falls, we're going to see people dropping real quick here as we might be a single slap away from the center, and that's where the action really heats up.
This is getting intense.
All right, yeah, still 8 players alive.
My ribs hurt. What the frick, dude?
We saw folks falling a little quicker here.
Oh, no.
The Death Eagle died first.
The fan favorite.
Tough for him. He had a couple slower finishes in blade battles. Still, one of our top half contenders points-wise, and another one falls down safe. Making a lot of noise on the way down.
Wow, we're going to be making it to it looks like our final small pedestal here with a lot of players still in this.
Yeah, 6 up on a very small island. Who's going to be the first to slip? Another goes down. Second player falling as well. It's down to a final 4. Who can stay up? Who can hold on? Mad Max in the center. It looks like a 1v1 against Lime. Max falls, and that should be Lime taking the first round.
All right. Wow.
Congratulations.
That got a wee bit chaotic here as all 8 players made it to a really small form of the island here. But Anonymous Lime taking our kickoff match of slap battles and a whole new array of top players coming out of this next game.
And that's instantly going to shoot Lime way up the standings here. The pack was super tight in the middle of the group, and getting those full points for the victory is big for Anonymous Lime.
Yeah, it seems like his name's just popping out of nowhere now. Didn't really see him much in Blade Ball there. And me personally, I played a lot of slap battle, and I have some overpowered gloves. Just seeing them use the basic gloves, it must be really, really difficult to knock somebody down. This is the game that induces the most rage out of me. So
really,
it's nice to see the players are still keeping it cool.
Sure?
Yeah, I mean, we already saw some emotion starting to come out in our last match of Blade Battle, and I imagine it'll only get more intense as the games get closer and players realize that that chance to make $1 million is slipping away. But our scores are set to go, so let's take a peek how we're doing. No surprises, Anonymous Lime up top, earning 16 points.
That's absolutely wild.
Yeah, Mad Max coming in second with 13, and Jay
Let's hope
those
he
10
doesn't
points. And it's good to see some folks popping up. Ice Skull had a rough round in Blade Ball.
Oh, Roby's selling. Oh my god.
Unfortunately, an upset here with the Death Eagle falling first.
Crap.
Roby going down again early on in this match here. So that's unfortunate. We'll see if that's enough to knock him down, but I think they've still got a shot here.
Yeah, looks like players are getting into the match now. So let's go ahead and hop in. Our second game getting underway now, and the island, for about a moment, is back to being calm.
Looks peaceful, right? Not for long.
There's the countdown again. No early knockdowns that round.
Yeah, I don't know why the quality's so bad, guys.
To be the case
it's 1080p, but I don't know why.
It's
It's just this quality for some reason.
For that King of the Hill in the middle there.
Even though it's supposed to be 1080p.
You could see a bit of a rundown if anyone shows weakness on the edge there. I think we
it really
see
is
Death Eagle playing a little more outside the pack. No one needs to get their hands dirty up front here. Take it slow.
It's funny because you actually see him kind of actioning a similar strategy to what he did in Blade Ball, staying back, playing the fringe of the map, trying to just basically avoid attention from other contestants until he runs out of time. Icy, Roby, both doing the same. Definitely feels advantageous, but there's a fight towards the edge. Line goes aggro, knocks Jay off the world.
Ooh, that's rough for Jay, who needed some more points here, but goes down early in this round. Again, this is only round 2 of a 5 cluster of slap battles here, but yeah, an early knockdown for Jay.
Jay was having a good run back like you were talking about. Good placement in the first round, as well as back in our last game of Blade Ball as well.
Maybe that's why Line was targeting Jay right off the rip.
Yeah, you wanted to go for that. Go for the people who are leading right now. You know, while the map burns down. Oh wait, we did lose another one. Dragon goes down. Fun facts about Slap Battles. You know, the devs
Roby's still here,
update this game all the time. There has been a 1 glove release every Friday for 4 years.
Oh
since
no,
this
he's
game's
gone.
creation.
He's
so
a goner.
A lot of gloves.
High topics. What is up, Pasha Panel? What's good?
Welcome
to the stream.
That is rough to see. Roby has a pretty comfortable position here, but if he goes down early again,
yep,
that's
Death Eagle's cooked.
Oh, but that's Death Eagle, one of his main competitors here. Oh,
close call.
Yeah, that was a close anonymous line holding on. Well,
oh, but he couldn't hold on for long.
No, that was a close call. He tried.
Yeah, so our winner of the first round off, and
sure?
it's 3 contestants working for it. Shafe, one of the top standers right now in terms of points,
go
a chance
back.
to win around here. 1v1v1. Shafe pushed back towards the edge, gets back
quick,
up just in the good time, and Icy falls off the platform.
But takes third. That's an important score for him. He needs those points.
Wow.
Look at what he means to him. You can see the players heating up with their reactions as we go on. So for Matt,
bye. What do you mean? Why are you leaving?
Shafe takes that win.
Yeah, a big round. You know, it's interesting to note here, Icicle and Poke Dragon were hurting a little bit. We might see those in the scores. They're making a comeback, but why it's important is both of them are self-described doors experts, which will be the final game in the progression round. So if they can keep it forward, they're going to be in a good spot.
It's also weighted a little more heavily because
progression
we're 5
round.
rounds of Slap Battles and Blade Ball.
Wait, Slap Battles ain't over yet, right?
DTI. There was a lot of chances for
I don't think
repetition.
so.
We're only going to be playing doors once, so that is the real blue shell comeback opportunity for our players to get a ton of points if they win doors.
100 points. Everything will be on the line for doors, which is coming up next. But first, we still have
doors.
a couple more matches of slap battles left to go. Let's see if any.
Oh, we still gotta play slap battles. Holy crap!
At the Death Eagle
That's
here.
crazy.
Like we've talked about, one of the fan favorites. He's the player who had to travel the longest to make it here, and with a really strong early starting DTI, he's struggled a little bit in these more recent games. We've seen some reactions, getting a little energetic at when he was losing these, a little disappointed to be falling off. So you're looking at him to come back here as we see our scores. Mad Max, the back-to-back second places, pushes him above Anonymous Line.
Yeah, consistency is key as demonstrated by their 26 points. Our leader so far, but right behind him, Anonymous Line, 24, 18 for Shafe, and again, the rest of our players down the line. Unfortunately, Death Eagle in last place right now with slap battles. We'll see if we can turn it around.
Yeah, that we will. We're getting into our third round now here of slap battles, the midpoint of this game, and the penultimate game here of our qualifying round before moving on to doors.
Makes me wonder how Enterel would have done in slap battles. Doesn't look like the skills are translating directly from Blade Ball to this.
Yeah, we've seen a whole different set of folks come out on top here. And the initial high fives are happening. I like to pretend they're all just shaking hands at the start here.
Doing very important business deals as they slowly fall off the world.
Those slap sounds bring back some nightmares for me.
Is this how you do the Roblox business deals when you're off talking to developers around the world?
Just slap.
That is true. More fun facts about Roblox after you compete.
Yo, why is the bitrate dropping? What the frick?
To have the best ceiling of the contract. So, it is a wonderful world to live in. The whimsical life of a Roblox employee.
What's up for IRL slap battles after this?
Real.
We'll see. Do we get to choose our own glove?
We'll leave that one to you. Still, all 8 of our contestants are standing in this third round. We're watching the Death Eagle, the guy we've talked a lot about today.
Yeah, it's an important run for him. He needs to place in the top 3 here to keep his spot alive in this competition. It's unfortunately a lot of pressure for slap battles, a game of whimsical fun, but serious money on the line here. And we'll see Roby again, also someone in an interesting spot. Oh, but Poke goes down. We missed his fall there, but he is out. And all right, that gives a lot of our players still a chance here to get that score. I know Roby's going to be looking for it.
The second round now where Poke Dragon has gone down pretty early. I believe he was the first eliminated the last round too, and that's Jay falling.
Yeah, a bit of a gang up on Jay. Gets down in the corner.
Yeah, he's been eliminated pretty early in the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate
He's
spin
locked
for him
in,
here.
dude.
And I'm surprised that first round we saw a long, drawn-out fight, but in this one, folks are dropping. With Poke and Jay out, only 6 remain. All right, platforms are applauding. Okay, Roby getting hit, but staying in it. Now we see it back to that King of the Hill, jockeying for position, staying in the middle.
Oh, that was a far knockback there.
Yeah, a lot of these platforms starting to drop.
Yeah, that power is a quick boost. Very important to kind of recover your position or sneak up and get that push slap and get them over the edge as folks show signs of weakness. Ooh, the platform's burning in a weird way this time. That's going to leave a funny shape at the end here. And we're going to see a lot of folks dropping real fist here.
Back. Oh, good use of the blast there to boost his way back in. But
oh, an icicle shape, anonymous line. They all fall one by one. And it's Roby and the Death Eagle. Oh, this is an important one here.
Oh, Death Eagle, can he make it back onto the platform? Just in time. The slap connects. Roby stuck on the platform. They're both falling. Who makes it down first?
Good
Roby competing.
Oh,
who wins it? Roby's just above the
Death Eagle.
Death Eagle steals it away at the
Wins
end.
it.
The most intense round we've had as slap battles thus far, and you see the elation on his face, disappointment the first 2 rounds, and now feeling good off that win.
Oh,
the fans
man.
must be real happy after this one. They've given him a nickname. They're calling him the Deagle in chat.
The Deagle. Oh, that is a good nickname.
Wow.
All right. Well, a win that he needs, that is for sure. However, the person he didn't need to get second was Roby. So that's going to keep things tight here as this race is getting into, what was that, our 3rd round here? I think we had 2 more rounds left of slap battles.
Yeah,
No, 2 more rounds, dude. I feel like, yeah, this isn't even an integration. It's just the regular game.
You were mentioning it
kind of,
doors,
basically.
a maximum of 100 points here. So even if you're one of these bottom players right now, I'm looking at Poke Dragon, Icicle, the guys who have been struggling a little bit more. As long as they are not more than 100 points behind the first player, they still technically have a chance to rally back.
Exactly. Yeah, it's still anyone's game. So do not give up on your favorite player here in chat. Go ahead and show your love for whoever you're rooting for. But yeah, it's really interesting to see that all 3 matches had 3 different winners.
Yeah, a little more competitive than the domination we saw from Antarel in the last game there, Blade.
Right. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. You heard it here. Important for our folks. There is still points on the line in the 2 remaining matches. Hopefully, Poke Dragon and Icicle can step it up. And again, our friend Poke Dragon, the player in red from Canada, is a self-described expert of doors. So is Icicle. So that is their time to shine here. But keep it alive with the right slaps here as we are getting underway and getting our next game correct.
Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're conserving their energy for the final.
Imagine wearing that shirt, bro. That's crazy.
Comeback. I would love to see
Bro got that guy in real life.
It's a good way to do it. How to shark
They
your
really got the
opponent.
hunt shirts.
They
really got the hunt shirts I wrote. I don't know why.
Get their guard down, right?
Yeah, when the money's on the line here. So, impressive stuff. Very exciting.
Yeah, back in our last game of Blade Ball, it was Jay who pulled off a last-second win, taking home the 5th game of that one. He's in another position to kind of have that rally back towards the end. Born in South Korea, moved over to California when he was young. One of at least 2 players that are local to California playing in this competition today. So for him, definitely looking to get another late win on the board and start to rally his way back up the points.
So, Enyu, as a master of the slap arts, are you seeing kind of a meta forming in this competition? Anything unique popping out here that you
The
expecting
Go J
in
party.
slap battles
The
rounds?
Go.
I personally haven't played the slap battles where the platform falls down, so that is definitely making a huge difference in the players' play styles, I think, rather than just having the original platform. And like I said, I've always been the one to use the OP gloves because I don't have too much skill. I just like slapping people out of the map for fun. So these guys are very good compared to me.
We do have such a mix of the games that I think very naturally fit into like a serious esport. You think something like Rivals, it's an arena FPS. It's like a ton of other arena FPSs that have been popular esports before. But Slap Battles is one that is so unique that it's funny to kind of have the tonal dissidence of this incredibly silly game with these super high stakes and seeing the emotion come off the sleeves of our players while duking it out.
Right, and that's kind of the fun here, as I've nicknamed our ROBLOX Octathlon, a series of skills you would not expect to see in the gaming world here. Again, starting with fashion all the way to shooters and platformers. And today, we're in the reaction speed games with Blade Ball and Slap Battles here. And it's a broad array of skills, which again, these players, again, with the millions and millions who competed in the hunt initially was a game of puzzles and skills and ingenuity and working together to solve really complex kind of mental challenges. Now you're tested on all these other elements of gaming. So these folks truly are masters of so many ways to engage in a digital world here. It's quite impressive.
We talked about it a little bit earlier in the show, but I want to go back because I know you played some of the qualifying rounds to make it in. Can you speak to the challenge that it is? Because 183 people visited that main page for the hunt. Only these 10 made it. It was truly a difficult run to qualify here.
Yeah, definitely. I think it really goes to show what their perseverance, as we mentioned earlier, over 70,000 hours combined from these players.
Right.
The amount of and it's not just about the skill. You could be very good at the game, but if you don't have the dedication and perseverance to put the time in to the actual event, then you wouldn't have made it here either. So it's very impressive all around.
All right, scores are in. Let's see what we're up to from this match. And ooh, it's getting tight at the top here. Anonymous Lime now tied with Mad Max for first place with 32 points each, and Shafe at 28. All right, big comeback from the Death Eagle, who goes from the bottom of the board to 4th place here.
Very good from him. Lime, Mad Max, not just tied in the points for this game, they're both sitting at 123 across our cumulative score here. They're pretty close to Roby and Shafe, our top 2.
Is it the same person?
Could be. Just move back and forth really quickly, you never know.
They might be. It's Anonymous Lime. We don't know who he is. He could be the Mad Max we've been missing. All right, folks. It's underway. The folks are getting ready to go here. I think we're just getting them in position, and another island battle will be heating up. Scores are tight. We just saw there. I think it's still anyone's game, as we mentioned.
Oh crap! I saw my stream on accident. Let me go back to it.
Let's see what happens.
Here we go.
Focusing on one of our front runners here, Roby. He had a really good showing in Blade Battles, taking home 59 points there. He only has 21 to his name thus far.
Let me charge my phone again.
In slap battles, but still leading in overall points. We'll need to step things up though if he wants to keep that position and be the 3rd player in the top 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're underway.
Roby's cooking, come on.
Slaps are a-flowing. Respectable candidates all shaking each other's hands.
Why the
here,
frick am I tied?
Let's just hang out in the middle and relax. Although we see some players on the edge here. Let's see if anyone falls. No. Shafe looks like he's going to be sick. No!
Oh.
Anonymous Lime. Big knockout for the team. He has
It's
been
over.
leading so much here. Him going down first is going to be a crushing loss to his score.
As you
For
can
real.
tell by his expression there. Devastating.
Yeah.
I agree with
that
J
was an
Party.
important one to keep his hopes alive here. He's really
I
used
100%
slap battles
agree
to
with
come
J
back in
Party.
this competition.
Yep.
All right, some more folks jockeying for position at the edge here. We'll see.
Come on,
in a
Roby.
dangerous
Oh,
spot.
crap.
This could be it. If he goes down here,
Oh,
and he
yes.
does.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, that is crushing.
My
Oh,
goat.
guess what? Death Eagle
My
falls on the
goat.
other side of the map. Oh man, the 2 finalists of our
My
last round
goat.
board game for them both fall in the bottom 3 here.
It's been a new winner every time thus far for slap battles, and someone else up high in the standings is Shafe. He's going to be one of these final 5 players alive, but close to the edge. He has a battle against Icicle. Knocked off. Shafe is gone. It's going to be all new players in this final 4.
Gosh, that is rough. Poke Dragon, maybe this is his climb to the top here. A first place here is a lot of points he so desperately needs. He's got to have to play this fierce competition at the front of his glove.
His avatar looks like somebody who's just been slapped really hard.
That is true. He's shocked by something.
Those eyes popping out.
Yeah, hopefully it's not his score at the end of this game here because he's going to need it.
Yeah, he said his rival was John from Garfield when he was asked. Interesting response from him. I don't know if that's going to be playing in his head here as he's into the final 3 up against Mad Max, the 2-time runner-up in this game mode thus far. Maybe trying to get his first win on the board against Poke and Jay. And Jay, he's gone. Down to Mad Max and Poke Dragon. And
what, they both died? Who's going to die first?
Oh, was that delayed?
Mad Max! He pulls things through a last-second jump, and after 2 second-place finishes, Mad Max takes home a win in slap battles.
Well, that was incredible. I think he
actually
did get a delay on the dropping platform there, and that was the millisecond he needed to get that win, and just like that, Mad Max is going to take our 4th round of slap battles. That's an important one.
Very.
That was just a Google document.
It was. Another interesting round, coming down to a different set of top 2, and as we've mentioned before, slap battles, a lot of variety coming out of our top contestants in that one. Unfortunately, Roby and the Death Eagle fall early on in that one.
And those are things you're never really going to practice for, being both on a falling platform and having to time your jump perfectly, know when you're going to actually die falling off the map. Like, you really got to feel it out, have a little bit of luck, a lot of bit of skill to make it there.
Well, we got their document now.
For Mad Max,
Let's go.
So good in the points thus far here for Slap Battles.
And I also noticed in the fourth round there, it looks like a lot of players kind of spread out to have some 1v1 battles. Let's see if they do that again in the 5th.
Scores are up though, and taking a peek, Mad Max, 2-time runner-up, first-time champion, leading things by a solid amount of points there, up 14 over Shafe in second.
Yeah, that's a big breakout. He needs that. Mad Max now 48. That is a huge
Roby
lead.
might go. He's in 7th.
So again,
Oh
as we
my
ready
God,
for a
he
final
might be
round here,
cooked.
I have to look back at Roby. He has the lead in terms of points right now, but Mad Max has whittled it down to 1. Shafe is only 5 behind as well. So this final round very well may decide who is going to move into the top 4 and claim that second to last spot.
Yeah, and we see Roby.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
center
it's
right
for the
there.
top
This is so
4.
important to him. He
Oh,
came in
yeah,
as
I
a
understand.
Massive leader in slap battles, and unfortunately, he's
Massive.
fallen quite a bit now, and his competition is right on his heels. With multiple players within 5 points and another within, looks like 15, this is still anyone's game.
Roby wants to win this one, not leave it down to the math.
For real though,
Get a
come on.
clean lead
Roby,
out ahead
don't
of his
sell
opposition.
again, bro.
That's his goal in this final round.
Please.
You'll see if the players recognize it. There is some chance here for kind of some teaming up on folks as we get a push to the edge here. Who's involved in this? Is that Jay and Roby here? They don't want to go down early.
Managed to escape that.
Yeah. At the same time, though, the players, they don't see the points that we do. They're definitely going to be locked in on the game at hand and just trying to win in every single one of these games.
Yeah, and that's all that matters. Again, these collective points. All right, all right. No one falling early on this one yet. They're all taking it pretty seriously, playing it safe. This is our final round of slap battles. No, as I say it, what happened? We missed it off camera. Roby goes down.
Oh, no.
And that's a last place elimination. That opens the field wide open. So the player down in 4th place, Anonymous Line, was trailing by 17 points, maybe just out of reach for him. But Shafe, Mad Max, those are the players we're looking at here to be able to do it.
That is crushing for Roby. Mad Max must be really excited right now. This is his time to shine. If he can stay on this platform for just a little longer, he might be in the spot to move on, which is kind of a sneak attack.
Roby's the
See him
first one
on
to
the
be
leaderboard at
eliminated,
the top
bro.
coming
Oh
into
my
slap
God, we're so
battles, but
cooked.
showed consistency is key.
Shafe against Icicle.
Mad Max
Really wants
goes
to stay alive. And
down.
there goes Mad Max.
That is huge for our score, and I'm not sure. We're going to have to turn to the judges after this to see finals as Jay falls in 6th place.
The way I see it, this game is in Shafe's hands. He was great in SLS, winning every match there. Now needs to secure this win, get as many points as possible to
That
lock
is
in
huge.
that 3rd spot in the top 4.
Yeah, this is his redemption arc for what was a rough SLS. Triple win and not enough to progress here.
He's in the final 3. That already might be good enough. It's going to come down to the wire, though. Icicle near the edge. Shafe in a commanding position, pushing them both back, spamming out the slaps, and into a 1v1 now. He's falling
yeah.
Icicle.
All right.
Out of nowhere, takes
Congratulations.
on the final round of slap battles.
Pumped. That was huge. All right, well, huge implications in our last round there. This is going to mix things up, and I'm not even sure I know. We're going to have to wait to see that scorecard after our judges add that up, and we'll reveal the excitement in this round.
It's such a big question. Did Shafe win enough points to take it over the players up top? Roby, Mad Max, they both went out early. This is going to truly come down to the wire for a 3rd spot.
All right, folks, the dust is still settling. The scores are being added. It is some exciting stuff ahead here. Hopefully we'll find out soon who's moving on.
If I had $1 million, I'd put it on Shafe.
Yeah.
I think he really secured a spot being second in that last round. That was very clutch.
All right, folks. Well, let's tune in to Geesh and Sabrina and see what they have to say.
Sabrina
before we get our
Bright
final
from
results.
RB Battles. She's coming back.
Oh, here was someone else.
That's not Sabrina Bright.
Man, my hands hurt from just watching all of that slapping. Sabrina, if you were a glove, what kind of glove would you be?
Oh my goodness. I would probably be a glove that's similar to Rapture because I really like that ability, but it would probably spray out Bright Juice.
Bright Juice. Okay, well, we're going to check back in with the casters really quick and see what they got going on over there.
None of that. Hello, world!
They
No
forgot to
surprises
lock
here.
in, no way.
Yeah, I mean, well, we were just talking about it. They're still figuring out the points for this final round, and I think we have them tallied up now to see where everyone is standing at the end of slap battles. This is just the points for slap battles, though, so not necessarily determinative of who's actually going to be making it through, because it is cumulative, but a very close competition. Mad Max and Shafe came in with a lot of points themselves. You're looking at them as the front runners to make that third spot.
All right. Yeah, an unfortunate final round as we see there. Some of the top players early fell. Roby getting 1 point and 2 points the round before. That is crushing coming in last in slap battles.
Yeah, and for him, I mean, definitely a tough time there. Some moments of greatness, and, well, our umpires, they're still tallying everything up. So let's go ahead and check back in with Digichi Gamer and Sabrina in our green room.
Sabrina's
right,
coming
guys,
back.
yeah, I'm so sorry. We just had to make sure we knew who was on top before we got back into it over here. So you were saying if you had a chance to be a glove, it was gonna spray bright juice?
Yeah, that's something I use for luck. Never mind. I can't explain it. But yeah, what do you guys think about the standings?
I'm pretty happy that I saw Icy up there. He was really doing bad on the last game, so I'm actually glad that he kind of came back from this one.
Okay. With that being said, with Icy, kind of pulling back up, are you not worried about having to go up against them?
No, not for the next games. I'm pretty confident for these next two, especially in the top 4 ones. So I think I have a pretty good shot of getting to the grand finals here.
All right. Well, time will tell who advances us next. But joining us now, we have 2 people that you may have already seen or maybe not.
Is TOH
who have already
like
punched their ticket to the next
I'll
round. We have Daddy
TOH is the last game,
and
by the way.
Terrell. Welcome, you guys, and congratulations.
Last game is TOH.
Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness. Daddy Dad, you've advanced after playing Dress to Impress and Super League Soccer. How did you prepare for such a wide variety of games?
Yeah, I played Dress to Impress for like hours and hours and hours with friends because I think my sense of fashion at first was really bad. I was not confident for Dress to Impress at all, but I was really surprised when I got first on that one round. So, and then Super Soccer League, I mean, I don't know. I thought I did pretty well there, so.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit of practice on that one.
You definitely went crazy on the
Your
third round.
was my favorite on Dress to Impress.
Thank you so much. I like the first one was really good. My second one was pretty bad, I think, but that's okay.
You thought it was bad?
I thought it was bad because I saw everyone else is doing the ice fair way better than mine, and my colors didn't match. I think so.
Okay. Well,
okay.
we are definitely our own harshest critics. For sure.
Yeah. I beat myself a little bit because I thought I could get first, like way better there, but it's okay.
Well, that's how you do it. Just play with your friends and let them be your critics. And let them judge you and troll you, and then eventually you end up in a competition where you can compete for $1 million maybe and pull it out,
Shout out to Makio for that friend that helped me out.
And so, Terrell, what was your strategy? How did you approach Blade Ball? Like, what was your strategy for that?
Just survive.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Well, clearly it worked.
All right, so we're gonna take it back to J Party. Thanks, guys, for kicking it with us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next couple of rounds.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. It's good to hear from some of our contestants that have already made it in. But we have another player joining them, and I'm happy to announce our umpires have tallied the score. And the third finalist making it through after the conclusion of slap battles, it's Shave.
All right, Shave, congratulations. You've made it through. You get a slightly shorter break, but a break nonetheless.
Only one more person can be in the finals.
Is Shave. There he comes. The Slap King really came back.
I still want Roby to win.
Really impressive Super League Soccer wins.
I guess we'll see.
Across the board, swept it. He needed a big comeback. This was his redemption round. All right, let's check out the leaderboard and see where everyone stands coming out of that competition. All right. And again, a tie now. Roby and Mad Max. But right on their heels is Anonymous Lime. And, of course, the Death Eagle going into a massive scoring game here. Hey, we know by this math, this is a huge point score. So guess what? Anyone could still make it, although Poke Dragon, the man from up north, has a lot of work ahead of him.
He absolutely does. Roby, though, gotta be feeling a little bit rough after placing last in slap battles. Had just a couple points more, and he would have been making it into that top 3. But he has another chance indoors and is still our leading contestant heading into that next game with a lot of really points on the line here, Jay Party.
Please, Roby, don't get cooked.
To myself, don't try to shake Shave's hand after this. He might just slap me. But that's not important, because right now we're going to hear the rules of our next game. It is the final round of the progression system, and it is an exciting one. If you weren't already on the edge of your seats, you will be, because coming up next, it's Doors.
Game 5, Doors. There is just one free-for-all match. The goal is to avoid attack.
There's only one round, so
last one standing.
Probably won't take too long.
The contestant with the highest cumulative score will advance to the round of 4. Here's the scoring for each match.
Dang.
All right.
Whoever gets first place gets 100 freaking points.
This is an exciting game. I know a game.
Oh, everyone's this
folks
one is probably gonna
very familiar
disadvance.
with, but if you heard there, this is something a little different. This is actually a brand new mode released on April 1st. What a good timing for
it's the
mode.
ranked.
That's a whole battle system indoors. This is going to be a whole survival competition
It's the
between
ranked
all of our
mode.
remaining contestants.
They're gonna do the
to
ranked
see who
mode,
can
bro.
stick it out.
And I play that
first
little,
and
so.
survive the longest.
Yeah, I was playing a fair bit of this leading up, and it is so different than normal Doors. Doors is a slow horror game about staying alive and pushing your way through, but now it's really upping the tempo when you're playing in ranked. You run a lot
I guess
faster,
they're really
you
gonna
can
play
slide,
ranked.
there are power-ups, and your main goal is to grief the other players, not work together. The monsters are a problem, but your other contestants are tough as well.
Well, folks, it looks like we might be loading this game and getting into it, and I think we have. This is the kickoff for the last chance to keep someone's
If I was in
alive.
this, I'd be
One
cooked for
more
Doors,
player
not gonna lie.
will be
I'm about to
progressing
practice a
into the
lot
top
for it.
Round of 4. Who will survive and who will fall? One round of Doors is all that stands in their way.
Looks like they can't wait to get out of
Hopefully
that
Roby's the
elevator.
god
Yeah,
of
see them
Doors.
practicing their jumping. It is worth noting there is some new movement mechanics in this mode, including a slide. And you're going to see when it starts here, I think we're going to delay a little bit here and have them reconnect. But in that time, you're going to see a lot of aggressive forward momentum, a lot of movement. It is a whole different game on Doors. It looks more like a parkour game sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, having reached door 100 many times, being carried by my teammates, I am definitely an expert in doors as well. But you can see these guys will probably make it past door 50 within less than 5 minutes because of how fast-paced this game mode is. It's going to be intense.
It goes pretty quick, and it also ends a little early. I don't remember exactly what door, but once they get to the end, you get into like this basic sudden death mode where any damage you get from a monster, another player, anything like that will knock you out. And I imagine with how good our contestants are, you were mentioning, a few of them have even said that this is one of their specialties. We should be expecting them to go deep here indoors.
Yeah, going to be exciting competition. And maybe we give a little more background indoors. This mode also has an array of new items that have been added. So while you might be familiar with the monsters, there's a whole new array of objects, different bombs to throw, knock down players, slow them down, do some damage to their health bars, and of course heal that back up, as well as some fun, unique items hopefully we'll discover throughout the match. Some fun surprises.
Yeah, there's a couple different weapons you can use to basically PvP with the other competitors. There are props, things like chairs, plants, random stuff like that you can throw at them as well to deal damage and put them into a stun state. There's also still limited places to hide, so you can grief other players, steal a closet from them when Rush is coming through and knock them out of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one other important thing is all the players, they're very fast at playing the game, and all of them clustered together. It might block your vision with some entities coming your way. You might not even be able to see them with people blocking your vision, so that's going to be a key thing to look out for as well. Could be some unlucky players in this.
Yeah, there absolutely could. And remember, it's only one round of Doors. This is a longer one, so we're only playing it once, but that means pressure is on for players like Poke Dragon, like Icicle, who are sitting lower in the overall standings right now. This is their last chance to compete for that $1 million and make it to the top 4.
All right, folks, you've heard about Doors, but let's talk a little about the creators behind Doors. Doors is made by Lightning Splash, a really awesome and wonderful dev I had the pleasure of working with and hosting one of our last award shows. He helped me actually announce some of those prizes. But not only does he make this game, he also produced the entire soundtrack. It makes the
music's good.
The music, right. And that is such an absolutely important and critical part of the horror game world is that sound, that complete immersion you get from wearing your headphones. And so really an incredible work here.
It is truly an atmospheric experience for sure. Another one of those games that I think has really taken Roblox by storm, but here we go. It looks like the players are all loaded up in the elevator, and we're ready to get things going here. This is Doors competitive. One round and a last chance to make it to the top 4 and have your shot at $1 million.
Oh, it started.
The first door is open, and we are underway here. Gosh.
Well, someone's using free cam and doing a bad job at it.
It won't matter. This is a lot of game flow, and that's what you're seeing right there. This is a parkour-like experience.
Speed boosts.
Incredibly fast. You're seeing players slide past each other constantly, and while you're playing for speed, like it is a race, again, you got to survive to the end.
It's a race?
If you're out, you're out.
Just kidding.
And that's what's so important here. With up to 100 points for the victor and 0 for the loser here, you do not want to go down early.
No, you do not. 6.5 minutes. That's the maximum time that we're going to have to play this one through. You can see.
Yeah, the Doors one's going to be very short, I guess.
Blazing the trail, being the first
and of course, well, actually, TOH might be the longest. It's the last game after all, so maybe. We'll see.
So, in a very fast-paced game mode, you're going to have to make decisions quickly and make the right decisions to stay alive.
There's the first bomb you see being dropped on his opponents.
Yeah, small amounts of damage being done. We see those health bars above. Again, if you're an expert on doors, this could be a new mode for almost everyone out there. So those health bars do matter. That's what's going to be reduced to 0. And there is ways to hurt each other with those items. There are also ways to heal. And there you just saw it there, picking up a heal. That's important there. Keep that topped off. You don't want to get low. It's an unfortunate way to go with another player doing damage to you.
There is also these boost packs on the floor. You see now how ridiculously speedy these players are that can help you go just that bit quicker. And on top of that, the heal items on the floor, that's another thing there. The golden gun picked up and a lot of damage onto, I think that was Line, knocked down to quite a fair little bit of XP or HP.
Oh, when you see another player get hit by something there, and look at that. One health bar is very low on one of our players, and that's a dangerous position to be in. You never know when a single monster sneaks up on you and knocks you out of this competition.
I hear something coming.
I do. I hear it. Can we get
the fall?
So what monster is that we're hearing in you?
I barely heard that, but it sounded like it might have been Rush. I didn't see any lights flicker though.
Yeah. There is a lot of monsters that have to deal with. A lot of this game is kind of having the game knowledge, figuring out which monster you might be facing, what the proper reaction is. If it's something like eyes, you have to look away, but hear that little psst, and you got to look exactly at the monster. So a lot to think about.
Yeah, and Rush is a big one here.
Real though?
Oh, there's right there.
And there it is. Yeah, we see that sneaking up on you. That's a good one to keep out for. Why the sound design is so important here. We'll see what happens. Uh-oh, it looks like we have our first player falling here. We're going to find out a little bit who that was here. I'm not sure exactly, but
someone already died.
It was Anonymous Lime, I believe, that fell. He's looking into the spectator seat, and that's going to be tough. He had 132 points heading into this round. But that could be the end for Anonymous Lime.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Getting 0, so
Roby's still. Oh, Roby has no. Roby's not cooking. I just realized. Yo, who the frick has 900 points, dude?
Made it just in time. Wow.
And that was Rush that we're seeing, right? So
yes.
what's the deal? How do you avoid that monster?
Must hide in the closet, or if I've noticed one player had a hiding box, might have used that to avoid death.
That's an important one. Allows you to keep your place in the lead if you bring the box with you. But again, health dropping low here. Looks like Poke Dragon is running real low on health. He's going to need a health pickup, or he's in a rough spot where another player can knock you out.
Remember, coming into this Roby 100, Mad Max, they were tied 141 points apiece. So just one place difference for the two of those will make or break your chance at $1 million.
Yeah, but it also means all of our top 4 players, including the Death Eagle, are within 20 points of each other. Meaning, you take that first place spot, you could knock all of the other competition out of here and secure the last
Come on, Roby, cook. It's time to cook.
Poke Dragon as well, towards the lower part of our standings. They're preying on the downfall. Not only do they have to win, but they have to prey on the downfall of our top players. So for them, Anonymous Lime losing out this early actually gives them a greater chance as we go deeper into doors.
Yeah, it's huge. It knocks the tournament wide open here and allows some of these players to have a real shot at getting at the last spot in the top 4.
You have a lot more agency than in the other game modes of how to take other people down. So if I was someone like Poke Dragon, like Icicle, I would be trying my hardest to grief Roby, grief Mad Max, try and get them out, because those are your biggest threats right now.
Don't give them any ideas.
We'll see. They all seem pretty focused, and again, it is a dark, fast-paced world here. I know it can be challenging for the players to get a sense of where the competition is at while not falling too far behind, which is a quick way for a swift exit. If you fall too far behind, the game has some mechanics to ensure you're out of it. As we hear another monster close in here, just taking a second to enjoy the sounds of what is an incredible top horror game in the world.
And you talked about this music. It's so impressive that a dev was able to just put that together as Poke Dragon gets a little jump scared, but still alive on a sliver of health.
Bro got cooked.
Teams of this competition are still going on that last sliver. We'll see if we can find any relief, or if he's going to get knocked out by even another player with that low of health.
Still 6 players left, but as I say that, someone falls. Who did we just lose? That was Icicle. And coming into this with 107 points, only receiving 10 from his finish. That should be the end of Icicle as well. But good news for the lower players. Mad Max
Roby's still in.
Roby's
still in. Let's go.
Again, one of our leading players. This means Roby and the Death Eagle are still very much so in this.
Okay, Dragon's dream stays alive.
Roby's still here, bro.
Yeah, we've got a lot of points still ahead here as we're getting deeper and deeper into the doors puzzle. I'm not even. Do you guys know what door we're on here? I'm having a hard time just even keeping track
of
how quick they're moving.
Our contestants are moving so fast, it's almost impossible to tell. Eyes spotted Screech as well there for Jay. He avoids it and stays alive.
Yeah, good camera work, and it's important to note from the observers, those quick spins, those quick turns, they matter so very much in this game. Those are all tactical. You are looking for monsters. You are getting the response. Did someone fall here? No. Death Eagle gets caught. We hear some emotion coming out behind us, but he is not out of this. Thankfully, he had the HP bar to deal with that.
I think I saw door 68 there. 69, 70, they're still going.
I think narrowly avoiding eyes there, and Rush as well, but someone falls to Rush. Who was that we just lost? That was Poke Dragon, and coming in with only 75 points, receiving 30 for that finish. It's not going to be them moving on either.
All right, well, folks, this actually is an exciting trio, because this order does matter as you are fighting for your life here. Roby and the Death Eagle in a good spot, but guess what? I believe 3J still has a chance here.
Oh, wait, 25 seconds. What the hell? Who just... Oh, wait, someone just left.
Positions get you 20 points ahead of your next opponent. The Death Eagle is within 20 of Roby. 3J is just about 22 behind the top finisher as well.
Isn't it almost done?
He basically needs to
there's 8
win
seconds.
and have Roby be the next out if he wants to make it here.
Time is ticking. After these
I think
final
Roby
5
got like
seconds,
3rd place on this. I don't know, man. Is he gonna be cooked?
That's a very
Sudden
big
death
pickup.
has begun.
Stop sign could put an end to it. Jay has his chance. Death Eagle
Boom!
is
Jay
gone.
goes down, and this is it. The winner of this will actually be
Roby won.
Wait, who just went down here?
It's Roby against 3J.
Hey, all right.
Come on, Roby's gonna win. Come on.
First one to land any damage will take this one home. Roby, though, came in as the points leader, has his chance to shore things up, and finds a hiding position. He wins it.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
Points heading into doors, and he'll come out with 100.
He's making it to the finals.
An incredible performance.
I think he is, right?
We'll have to tally it up, but that should put him in a position to make.
Yo, he might actually win the whole thing.
Is broken for a brief smile. We hope we enjoyed that. That is a huge victory. The winner of doors. And a massive return to form for Roby, a definite fan favorite from early on in this competition.
And, you know, that's amazing. He was a step away. He was the worst performing player in slap battles after coming in with the most points. He comes in with the most points.
I think he's good.
Finds his redemption in goals.
He might be good, bro.
Not like that, but yes, congratulations to him. And also, amazing commentary on you guys' end there, because I was just trying to keep up the whole time, and I could not.
It is an overwhelming game.
What's going on. Like I said, I've always been carried indoors my entire career, so seeing players play individually is very impressive.
Well, that's a wrap for doors, and more importantly, a wrap on our qualifying round. And, well, the umpires verify the ratings and update the leaderboard. Let's get some reactions from Geach and Sabrina.
My initial reaction, wow. Just wow. That was some
That was the best one so far.
How long do you think you would have survived, Sabrina?
I would have ran into the wall and died immediately. That was way different than normal doors that I've played. It was so fast.
Yeah, my eyes could barely keep up. It's already moving fast, but then we're zooming between the screens too.
How did they know what to do?
I couldn't tell you. There was so much going on, and that level was really different.
Yeah. And they were able to sabotage each other?
Yeah.
Was I seeing that?
That's a pretty cool addition to doors, you know, as complicated as it already is, and then now you're playing against people, not just alongside each other, because I guess typically when you play doors, you're working as a unit, you know, working together to get as far as you possibly can together, and now we're adding in the element of competition, which takes it to a new level.
So, in that case, I would not survive very long.
Yeah, no.
That's your question.
I hear you. I'm not making it out of the lobby. Like, well, I guess the elevator. I'm not making it out of the elevator.
Is that as far as you've made it?
Actually, I think I've made it to the library before, where you kind of have to be stealthy.
That's pretty far.
I'd say yes. You know, maybe I've had to use a Roblox or two, you know, to buy a revive because
I have had my fair share of pay to win.
Yeah, I mean, well, I can't even say pay to win because
you can't really pay to win.
I didn't win. I just came back a couple of times to try and get a little further. It's once those chase scenes start with that big long monster like down the hallways and stuff in the library, that's just kind of like it for me. You got
the soundtrack too, and all of the monsters, like all the sound design is so phenomenal. I am curious, did you experience April Fool's indoors last year?
No, because how things
was
work
not the
for me
super
is
hard
once I get to a point where I just realized it's not really for me because I love doors.
You said your favorite genre was horror.
Yeah, but see, it's the stealth factor. Because I love horror. It's fun, right? But then with doors, it's a little different. You have so many other factors. It's puzzle, which I also like that too. But it's the sneaking through. I'm telling you, because that's the furthest I ever get is that doggone library with that monster kind of tiptoeing around. And somehow I'm not good at that. I can't really get through. So yeah, the furthest I've probably gotten is that. But no, I didn't get
I'm pretty sure I got a door 74 before. I don't even know.
Yeah,
I don't know how to
the
check.
April
I definitely haven't
Fool's
begun it.
totally
Oh
done
my
by
god,
me.
dude.
All the sound design. It was the developers. They mouthed everything. Like the
Really?
music and everything. It was very funny.
Do you remember how it went? Can you sing it?
Dude.
Are we gonna get copyright?
No,
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
I'm gonna do it.
No, are we? No? Okay, well let's.
Okay. Should we take a look at the chat?
What's
See what
you know,
the chat is saying?
The chat was really excited for doors. That's all they were asking for all day. Slap battles and doors. So
I mean,
like
doors
they
is
finally got
fire.
what they wanted.
Doors was
They
the
are
peakest
screaming,
one so
"Believe
far.
in you, Eagle."
Even though it was kind of short, but.
Ooh,
Okay, Eagle.
And the chat's been rooting hard for Eagle from the beginning too.
Bro,
Yeah,
Eagle
so
ain't gonna
much
win,
fan
bro.
Dang. Okay. Roby
I'm
though.
sorry.
Roby is doing a really good job.
Let's talk about Roby being the sleeper here for real. Because I feel like Roby's been kind of killing it all the way through, but it's always just been like he's always been falling just a little bit short. But it's like he's been really pulling it out. Last minute. Roby is clutch. Roby is the definition of clutch. That's what we really got going on here.
So you said that your favorite genre is horror, but you haven't beat Doors. And I'm just curious, what makes a Roblox game instantly fun for you?
For me, definitely shareability. I just made that up. Because I'd love to play games with my friends or my community. Shout out Geechee Gang. I love to be able to play games and introduce people to the things I love, including
That's what Roblox
video games.
is about.
It's perfect for that. So I really love that. Funny enough, I want to say Slap Battles was probably like the first game where I really said, I have to tell everybody about this. This is hilarious. It's a lot. It's very fast paced a little bit, but it was so funny to me to watch.
I'm really bad at slap battles, but I did beat the developer, and he did say he could give me an admin glove, so maybe I'll follow up on that.
What does an admin glove even consist of? What can you
I don't
do
know.
with that?
I have no idea, but that would be pretty cool.
You know what I would do if I could create a glove? I'd make a zombie glove, right? Hear me out. So
Okay.
you take your zombie glove and you start smacking people, and every time you smack somebody, you're now in control of them. Now they go do your dirty
Wait, there's
work
3 more
for you,
games left. We got
and they just
freaking
go wipe
Driving
off the
Empire,
rest
bro.
of
It's
the
gonna be
map
so
for you. So now
boring.
you can do like
Oh
Robbie,
my god.
kick it in the tree somewhere. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
hopefully
Just sit
hopefully
back
they made a
and
fun
watch your
quest,
work,
but I don't know,
you
man.
I think I'd go with that.
Guess we'll see.
Okay. I'm gonna look more at the chat over here now that we're probably caught up.
And so, with that being said, I talked about how I really enjoy being able to share, my moments in my games with my friends and stuff like that. And this was a really cool opportunity for that as well because, this is the first event of its kind. What are some events involving Roblox that you've been able to participate? Because you said you did the hunt itself.
Mhm.
So what are some other events that you've done?
My favorite event was definitely RPO Egg Hunt 2018.
Real.
It like changed my life kind of. It made me really look at Roblox differently. It was all about community, all about working together, and so we made an event that was really heavily
This
inspired
is
by
RB
it,
Battles.
called
Which
RB Battles.
I was gonna say the chat has been talking about that too. Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah,
We need season 4
make
though.
a
We need
championship
season 4.
series sometimes.
Please, please,
We've done
please.
3, and
Oh my God.
we love to do something similar to this. And so this is exactly what I think the community was asking for with the hunt, with all the secrets and the hunting and everything. Roblox super delivered on that. And I think it's been really, really well done. I participated in the whole thing, and I love it.
Awesome.
Okay, it looks like we are ready. I'm dying to know who's moving on. Any updates, J Party?
Please tell us.
All right. The
Why
results
is his-
are in, Sabrina.
Is this
And a quick
pre-recorded
reminder
or something?
that scores are cumulative
Why
for
are-
this round.
why is his lips not
That's
matching
where
his
most
voice?
points from all 5 games will be advancing. And even though only one of you will be moving on, you all get a good shout out and be proud of yourselves.
It's literally delayed.
180 million visits to this hub. You had a lot of competition and proved these were the top 10 best in the world. You did incredible work, you solved incredible things, and cemented each and every one of you in Roblox history as legends in the Hunt Mega Final.
The
Without further
Hunt.
ado, while we celebrate our last progress into the top 4, we want to say goodbye to our heartfelt competitors who had a good run today. So, let's find out who's going home right now. Heading out first, unfortunately, we're going to say goodbye today to our friend from up north, Poke Dragon 100,000. You did great. Take your final walk away from the stage. Thank you, Poke Dragon 100,000.
He's not even mad, though. W man,
next,
W man.
We're going to have a heartfelt goodbye to Icicle. Come on out. You did fantastic. I think you had some wonderful wins, some wonderful moments. Unfortunately, we're saying goodbye.
It's
today.
over. No, it's
next
not
to our
over.
competition is unfortunately Anonymous Lime. We have to say goodbye today. You did fantastic work. Can't say enough. Again, beating millions and millions out for their spot today in the top 10 Anonymous Lime. Thanks again. All right, heading out next of our competition is the one and only Mad Max. We're sorry to say goodbye. A fantastic run. Again, thank you so much for all your hard work. That was exciting stuff. And now the next unfortunate contestant to head out of this competition is the Death Eagle. Say goodbye. You got a lot more fans today from the chats at home.
He's
the
gone.
Death Eagle, wonderful stuff. Wonderful job. Incredible highlights. And that was incredible to see. All right, folks, they have been eliminated, but guess what? We have 2 folks remaining. We're going to announce our winner. But first, why don't we bring
Roby,
him up?
right?
Come up here and join me on stage here.
Please.
Oh
my God, please.
This is good. All right. All right, folks, come on down. Let's put one of you. Yeah, we'll have you here. Over here.
We actually never announced the winner. I think it's Roby, right? It has to be.
Time to relax.
It has to be.
Still amped?
It's got to be Roby.
All right, folks. Well, this was a wild journey.
If it's not, I'm about to choose a new winner.
You 2 hold the highest scores, which means one of you will be moving on into the next round.
Please.
The other is unfortunately going home for now.
For now.
Without further ado, the contestant with the highest score today is Roby 100.
Hey.
Moving on.
Let's go.
Thank you, sir. Big round of applause.
Let's go.
Handshake today. Really
good job.
Hey, you did great stuff.
He's gonna win, bro. He's gonna win. Trust.
Work, my friend. We'll see you soon. All right. Again, 3J, thanks for all your hard work. This has been incredible.
He's gonna win,
journey,
bro.
Incredible performance. But today, Roby, you just entered your top 4. Are you ready? You're gonna be in it.
I'm excited. I'm so excited. I mean, like that last round, like it all came down to that final game. Like, so everyone was so close. Like I was like, bro, that was the most stressful game of Doors I've ever played in my entire life. Like, bro, I was shaking the whole time. I was just so locked in. That was the only thoughts going through my mind were Doors, hide here, hide here. Oh, there's a thing coming. Hide in here. I was like, bro, it's actually. But yeah, it was. I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
Well, that was incredible. You already hear the most stressful game, the most stressful mode, and the most stressful performance. But guess what? You made it. Take a deep breath. You've got a whole new world of competition ahead of you, and 3 other challengers await you in the back. But for now, incredible stuff. You showed amazing perseverance today. And again, that's a big time. How'd you prepare for today?
I played a lot of games. I honestly, I practiced Doors the most, so that really came in clutch here at the end. I was like, after the mode came out, April 1st, I just played it for hours until I had to leave to California, and that worked out in the end, so I'm glad it did.
Do you typically win when you play online with all the other folks, just in the general Roblox population?
I hold my place. I do fairly well. Yeah, I was really close to edging out those few other rounds, and then right at the end, yeah.
All right, incredible stuff, Roby 100.
Yo,
Thanks
Roby,
you again.
come on,
You're gonna
man.
join your fellow competitors in the top 4, and we'll let you go and do that because we're gonna get ready for the next round. It is exciting. It is a competition that is just heating up. But wait a minute, I just got word that we've got a surprise guest. I think they're gonna share their thoughts. Maybe we can jump over to our correspondence team and see who we've just got.
Thanks, Jay Party. Joining us to give his analysis is content creator Doors expert Creek Craft.
Hey, it's Creek.
Oh, hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
Are you streaming right now?
I'm great. How are you guys?
We are excellent. We are on the edge of our seats through this competition.
I know, this has been like so crazy to watch, just like back and forth. Like I'm sweating over here and I'm not even
Me
playing.
too. That was so suspenseful, but Creek, how are you feeling about what just happened?
I don't think I've ever seen a game of Doors played like that. Like, it was so fast. I couldn't even tell at some points what was going on because they were just going so fast. They were moving so fast. It was crazy.
Those were exactly my words.
Yeah, it was quick. Have you ever considered, like, what it might be like to play a game of Doors with all these added features to it? Because now you've got attacks, you've got bombs, you've got weapons. You've got extra attack. Now you're playing against people instead of just playing it to win it. How do you approach something like that?
You know, before I saw them play, I was like, you know what? I think I'd be pretty good at this. And now it's like, no, I'll let them play. I'll just sit over here.
And to be fair, Wedge Creek was in the final.
No way, Jose.
So are you saying you would not play against any of these guys?
Rip.
Yeah, definitely not for money. We'll say that. Like for funsies, maybe, but money on the line, ain't no way. None of them. No.
You think you can handle that pressure?
No. I'm feeling the pressure here, and I'm not even in it.
So, who do you think's going to win?
Oh, that's tough. I don't know. I feel like the fan favorite right now is Roby. But I don't know. They're so good. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens
Roby,
next.
though, to be honest.
For sure. Sorry, go ahead.
Go.
Okay, so I want to know, how did you feel, because, you know, you've been watching, how do you feel about these guys' performance? So we have Duddy Dud, Anterel, Shafe, and now Roby. How do you feel about their performance up to this point?
Watching Blade Ball was crazy. I don't think I've ever seen someone so good at that game in my life. Like, it just constantly winning every round. Like, impressive. Super impressive. I never want to go up against him in my life.
Whose Dress to Impress outfit was your favorite?
You know, it's funny because I'm kind of bad at the game a little bit. So I was just watching it, and I could tell that it probably wasn't their #1 game on Roblox. So like I was kind of, I'm like, okay, I see what's happening here. I gotta go with man, I don't even know. I think the second round, I think Iron Mouse said this, I think the second round they did a lot better than the first round. They were a little bit more like acclimated with the game, a little bit more prepared, knew where everything was at. So I don't know any specifics. The one with the double wings, who was that?
Yes, that was
Death Eagle.
Eagle, yes.
Death Eagle, Deagle, yeah, him. That one was probably my favorite. Deagle's his new name.
That was my favorite as well.
I think everybody really did like that one. That was a huge hit with everybody watching.
Who do you think would do better in a racing game?
Oh yeah, we're doing Driving Empire next.
That's a good question. I feel like the more like twitchy movements of like Blade Ball and like Doors would probably be a little bit like helpful. So I'm gonna go with Anterel on that one.
Interesting. Yeah, I would say Anterel or Roby myself.
I was gonna say the exact same thing because the way that Anterel's reflexes worked for Blade Ball really worked in his favor, but then the maneuvering that Roby, you know, applied to get through doors, even when it seemed like, you know, we didn't know how that was gonna go, that's definitely gonna work in their favor for the racing one.
Yeah, they all survived like really long too on that. I was playing a little bit of the Doors game mode since it came out, and like typically they go kind of fast, but they were hanging in there. Everybody did like a really, really good job. Came down to it.
So what was your favorite part so far of this entire competition?
Doors.
Ooh. It was, okay, probably the back and forth in soccer, Super League Soccer was crazy. That was very exciting to watch. And then, of course, slap battles, because it's such a funny game. Just people just slapping and farting all over the map. But there's $1 million on the line, you know? So,
I was going to ask.
I say slap battles.
Slap battles. All right. So how would you approach that if you were, you know, in that slap battles? Because now you have to factor in the level kind of being destroyed as you go. Do you think you could have handled that?
Look, I don't really play slap battles that much anymore, because every time I do, I get destroyed by a bunch of 8-year-olds on their iPads, and it makes me so sad. So I probably wouldn't even make it to that far in the competition, to be honest with you.
Okay, I have a question for you, Greek. Who's more likely to open a cursed door, me or Geech?
Ooh. That's a good question. Deej, you said you haven't played Doors that much, right?
No, I've definitely played it. It's played me more than I've played it, for sure. But yeah, I've got a little experience with it, you know.
I'm gonna go with Sabrina. I feel like you're a little bit more unlucky in games like this.
What? Listen, I beat pressure, okay? I beat the Mega Token. Come on.
That one was that you said that was your hardest one, right?
Yes, it was. It was my hardest one. But I also have gotten further than her indoors.
Allegedly.
But I'll take it. I'm the one that'll probably open the curse door. You were probably correct.
I will say though, although I haven't played a lot, I haven't gotten very far indoors. It only took one cursed door for me to never do it again. And that was way in the beginning. So I'm just saying, you know.
What even is a cursed door?
Oh, so now you don't know. She doesn't know what a cursed door is, you guys. No, so for those of you who don't know, you know, indoors you have to find the correct door. The cursed door is when you happen to step into the incorrect door. So if you're on the wrong floor, you think you're going to 16, but really you've already done 16. You go into the 16 door, you're insta that's it for you. Yeah. Game over. So yeah, like I said, it took me one time. Never had to do it again.
You get jump scared.
Oh, I'm so
not a fun time.
Oh, listen, I'm so easily jump scared. That's the problem. See, my nerves, my anxiety is so bad, but I love horror so much, so I can't help myself. I don't know what it is, but yeah, those jump scares.
What about Creek? How many times have you screamed at doors?
Oh man, I remember when the cursed doors, I think they're called the mimic doors, they first came out, and I didn't know what it was yet, and that first time, it like really got me. I like to think I'm a little bit better at it now, but see, the problem is remembering what door you're on.
Yep.
I have the memory of a goldfish. I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older or not, but like, I get really bad at that, and so it's not a fun time for me.
Dang. Well, I'll make sure we have you playing more scary games.
See now I want to see what it's like for you to play this new level, this new version of door. I want to see you do the competitive mode now, because even though you were like, oh yeah, you know, that in the beginning, you know, it kind of got me a little bit, I just feel like you're too comfortable. So now I feel like you got to really push yourself and get into like the new modes and see how you can hang with the folks throwing grenades at you while you're sliding under a wall and also trying to ward off a screech.
We'll see. I'll reach out to one of these guys at the end, and maybe we can arrange something and see just how I do. I'll probably die in the first 5 seconds, but we'll see.
Do you have a favorite entity / monster?
Oh, see, okay. From looks, I gotta go. This is about to be the most long-winded answer of all
Take your time.
Like,
yes, do it, please. Let's hear it.
So I like Figure because I think he's probably like the most iconic in terms of like villains for doors. My favorite entity though is probably got to be the new Sally window entity that I think was like a few updates ago. They added Sally in. My least favorite though, got to go with Ambush. Hearing Ambush come, it like my heart drops. What about you guys?
I don't know. I hate Screech because he's just annoying. But a favorite, I was saying Rush earlier because I just made up a stupid reason because I would, never mind, don't even listen to me.
Because you would rush?
Okay, so I asked her, I said, if you could partner up with one of the entities, which one would it be? Yeah. But thank you so much
how are they
for
still talking,
entertaining as always. Appreciate you for joining us, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. And keep up the good work.
All right,
this is awesome.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to throw it back to J Party. Come on, J Party, tell us where we are.
All right, my friends, we are back. Creek, always a pleasure to see you. I hope we hang out again soon. But folks, we're going to keep things moving and kick off the round of 4, which is, of course, a double elimination challenge. Win twice, you're in. Lose twice, and you are out. And all 4 players will play both Driving Empire.
No, not Driving Empire. They
Rivals.
better make this entertaining, dude.
And some shooting in to see who's the best. All right, folks, get ready for some adrenaline-pumping racing action, because Driving Empire is going to start our round off with the final round of 4.
6, Driving Empire. There are 2 matches in a 1 versus 1 format. Whoever crosses the finish line first wins. All 4 contestants will advance to the next game.
All right. We're in for Driving Empire. Folks, how familiar are you with Driving Empire, or maybe driving in general?
I haven't known to drive here and there. in real life. Driving Empire, though, not so much. I think I had played it once before for a different event, so not too familiar with it.
I don't have a car in real life, but I've played Driving Empire a fair bit. It's a really fun game. It's cool. It's one of those kind of special games. You have a ton of licensed cars. You have a ton of options to choose from. Today, all our contestants are going to be rocking the same vehicle to put us on a level playing field. But it's definitely an intense one. Going head-to-head in a race against one other contestant. You make one mistake. You turn slightly too much into a corner. You collide with one thing, and that could set you back for this entire race. And now no one's going to be eliminated in Driving Empire, but if you lose Driving Empire, you lose your opportunity to be the undefeated player into the $1 million round, which is an absolutely huge advantage there.
All right, let's check out some shots and remind the folks at home who exactly is in this Final Four competition. And here they are. We have rearranged the studio. You're seeing Shafe and Roby here. Roby coming off an intense win indoors to secure his spot as the 4th finalist here. Exciting stuff. I know Shafe's had a bit of a break now. He's been able to breathe, collect his thoughts. Here we are in the new studio, thinking things out, getting set up in the game. It's exciting stuff. I know, Roby, a big fan from the chat out there. Hopefully he's got his fans still supporting him now in the top 4. And again, Dudadud and Antarel, the first 2 to qualify, they truly just cleaned up in the initial rounds.
And if you were playing, would you rather have qualified early like someone like Antarel or Dudadud, or would you rather come in hot after playing through every one of the qualifying round games?
I think T would just probably going to be a 1v1.
Would have loved to be in Roby's position just because he
I don't know if it's going to be a new tower or it's going to be the same one. I guess we'll find out.
Definitely warmed up and got that adrenaline going, so I see him doing some good work in the next few rounds.
All right. We'll see if that momentum can keep him moving forward or if the pause will be too much. Anyway, it's time to get things going. We're moving into Driving Empire. Let's kick things off with our first round. We're going to see who the top 2 racers are. And again, this is a 1v1 race. They'll both be driving the 2024 GT Mark II around an exciting track, and there will be no collision on. Truly a time trial against one other player to see who's on top.
Well, it's the green car versus the light blue car.
All right, come on, Roby. You got this, bro. You got this.
Up their engines, ready to go and get us off to the races
Okay.
All right, we are underway here.
All right.
This is going to be 3 laps around this arena. And this is an
He's
interesting
doing it.
course. There actually is a handful of shortcuts.
Bro.
We see some stuttering on that first turn there, and then we see our first opportunity for a shortcut. Taken by the blue player. Roby fell a little behind.
Come on, Roby.
A lot of race to go.
The risk with the shortcuts is if you don't land them perfectly, you can end up flipping your vehicle or kind of veering off in a weird way. So you really have to consider, and you see the second shortcut. The blue car takes that. That's Dudadud now pulling ahead here. But catching up with a lot of speed is Roby.
He's cooking.
Okay. Yeah, that was an interesting one. You saw the shortcut take, but again, going through the dirt there's going to slow your car down on that attempt for a max speed maneuver. But, this dangerous turn. We've seen this cost a lot of players time here. And they kind of weave their way through it with Roby actually getting in the lead there, taking a little bit of a tiny shortcut, but still neck and neck.
Very close competition. It's 3 laps around the course. We're about halfway through our second. Shortcut taken for Dudadud, and that's going to get him back into the lead here. But around the corner, they're very close. I think right on each other's tails here.
How important you think map knowledge is compared to actual cornering skills and speed?
Yeah, I think the map knowledge is incredibly important because that's where you got to apply your skills. And again, with the high speed shift, if you look at those mile-per-hour drops, it's huge. People are dropping almost 0 on some of these incredibly tight turns, and it's an important part of it.
Well, just around the corner from each other, Roby is trailing. He won that last round, the final player to qualify to this top 4, and he's falling behind in this race.
Over.
Dudadud, he takes the corner here. How close is that green car? Does he have a chance to catch up? Because Dudadud is doing this one perfectly through the finish line. He'll take this home in first place as Roby rounds through in the second place of this round. And for Dudadud, an opportunity now to head into Rivals as a victor in the first round, maintain his second life. And for Roby, it's going to be last chances here when he heads to Rivals.
You know, true Roby style, he's got to keep it entertaining, taking a quick loss here in his first elimination. He's still in it. We want you to know that clearly, but he's only got 1 more chance to stay alive because, again, he keeps the drama flowing.
Bruh.
But an exciting win. All right, folks, let's check out this Final Four leaderboard and see where we stand. This is how we're going to go through the double elimination here with Dudadud taking the win and Roby taking the loss.
So this might look a little confusing. It's as simple as an O means they won the round, the X means they lost it. It's all 1v1, so you'll only ever see 2 players represented per round. You have to win 2 before you lose 2, which means at maximum you'll play 1 round of Driving Empire and 2 of Rivals. The win here for Dude Ad. As we're mentioning, though, it means when he heads into Rivals, he'll have 2 matches and 2 opportunities to qualify.
Yeah, definitely. And I was just taking a look at the chat here while you were talking. We put up a vote on who will win this round, and it looks like the fans were supporting Roby. So hopefully he makes his comeback going into Rivals.
Well, we appreciate his drama. All right, 1 match down and 1 more to go. Coming up next, we've got Antarel and Shafe heading in with the orange and gray car.
Antarel.
Orange color.
In the orange, yeah.
I'm going for Antarel for this round.
Their jersey
for this match.
Hey,
they're all riding forward focuses.
See who'll get first off the gun here. Exciting times. And all right, across the bridge they go. No initial mistakes from either player. Coming into this first bank, this is where we see the people going a little too quick, hit this rock wall, and take a huge loss. But no, clean for both of them.
Very nice cornering from Antarel, the player with the most
Antarel.
experience.
Antarel's got to win this one.
16 years since he first played a game on the platform. Still
16
strong
years?
in this one.
Yeah, they've come a long way, I'm sure, from what his first game was that first week on the platform. But hey, still going strong.
No one's electing to take that ramp.
Oh, there's a crash there. I think Shafe might have just fallen, or Antarel, that is, might have just fallen behind. Yeah, wow. Antarel had the opportunity, and unfortunately, he falls into a trail position here.
Yeah, huge mistake there. Flies off the course and loses a ton of time. But that's what shows you it's still anyone's game within this race. Yeah, he's going to need those shortcuts. Now's the time to put it all on the line and just take every shortcut you can.
Shafe, he had a job opportunity in New York City. He put off his orientation for that job to take the risk. Come here, compete for $1 million. Truly putting important things in his life on hold to put it all out there for us. And at least thus far, getting rewarded. We're heading towards the final lap, and it's still a good lead for Shafe, but one mistake, and Antarel will be right on him.
That was a great backstory. That almost had me in tears.
Well, so far looking like a good choice as he is in the top 4, and that $1 million signing bonus could be a thing. Although for now, this race is looking a little rough as he still falls further behind here. Shafe has taken a dramatic lead. We'll see if he crashes. That's kind of what he's relying on at this point as he comes through one of the final banks here before the straightaway across the bridge, and that is a good high-speed moment for them.
We're coming up towards the final corners, and Shafe, he hasn't made a mistake yet. He'll round the corner and take things
over.
Oh, man. Good thing he clears that.
Oh, my God, dude.
He hits the final checkpoint, and Shafe wins his round. He'll face up against Dude in the 1-0 game when we head over to Rivals. It really goes to show that in Driving Empire,
are we going to Rivals
all
now?
It takes to lose out. Antarel was looking great, but crashes once and he's out.
Yeah, I mean, how long did each lap take? Like under a minute?
Yeah, that's a fast game.
A lot of time to catch up.
You know, in true racing style, we appreciate the Driving Empire folks. But hey, I think it's time to check out this leaderboard and see the results of this match.
And there it is. Shafe with a win. Dudadud undefeated as well. So Roby and Antarel, they'll be facing elimination in Rivals.
An exciting game. Roby, keeping it dramatic as always. We'll see who can do it. Antarel, the defensive player of the early game soccer, coming through here in the shooters. We'll see if he can keep it going.
I think every viewer is foaming at the mouth to watch Rivals coming up next.
Hey, but first, let's check in with our correspondents, Team All-Stars. Gish and Sabrina, what's going on, you two?
Oh my gosh. I need to catch my breath. That was some high-speed, high-stakes racing. Sabrina, what did we just witness?
We witnessed some intense racing. I thought that, like, at first it was going to be really close, and then at the very end, like, Shafe got really in front.
Yeah. It seemed like it kind of happened that way with both races, too.
They were just neck and neck for, like, most of it until the very end.
Right, because you figure the first race, you had, who did we have? Dud and Roby, which I was really sad to see them go against each other because I wanted to see them go a little further together. But, excuse me, y'all. You know, I kind of been watching both of them, and, you know, they both exhibited such high skill level as it's come to all of these games. And we even talked about with Creek, you know, who did we think would have more of the advantage when it came to the racing game. And then we had, you know, Roby with the maneuvering, and then we had Antarel.
Like going off the edge and like doing the really quick turnaround.
Right.
That was like pretty, it looks like they practiced that map a lot.
Right. And then also Antarel with Blade Ball, you know, being so quick on the draw and, you know, just that same, you know, level of maneuvering. And both of them got beat.
Yep.
I didn't see that
Tom
coming.
it's almost over,
shout out
guys.
to you guys. You did it. You know, you did the thing. But,
and some of them still have chances, so.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be pretty fun to see how this goes moving into Rivals now because, you know, you still, at this point, you gotta have like actual skill. You have to have, you know, game IQ. You gotta have the quick reflexes. You gotta have, you know, the movement. You know, you gotta be
I'm not
quick,
seeing
you know,
enough movement.
I'm not good at that.
I'm not either. That's why.
That's why I'm not in the top 10.
Me too. Yeah, me too. Me too.
I got a question for you though.
Mm-hmm.
So they've done some interesting brand collabs in this game. Which one are you most impressed with? McLaren, Porsche, or NASCAR?
Ooh, honestly, I'm impressed. I'm super impressed that anybody could get McLaren on board. You know what I'm saying? That's really dope. So yeah, I think that's I'd have to say that one.
Okay.
Y'all hear my fan in
right
the
back
background?
to J
Hopefully
Party
not.
and look at the score.
All right. Thank you, and welcome back to our competition here. Things are just
Like I said before, J
Look at
Party's
this
the
next
GOAT.
round underway, folks. So, if I understand correctly, coming up, it's going to be the intense elimination matches happening on Rivals. Mimi, what do you think?
I mean, I just think that was such a good time to start already in Driving Empire. But Rivals was the match that I was the most excited to get into here. I think this is going to be just a true test of reactions, of game knowledge, and the way that you position. There's a lot to think about when you're going into Rivals.
Well, yeah, in my personal opinion as well, a 1v1 in a first-person shooter is the true test to see a gamer's true skill. So definitely very excited to see that.
Great, folks. Well, Doodadud and Shafe are 1 win away from advancing. If you thought things were already intense, get ready, because Rivals is coming up next.
Game 7, Rivals. There
It's
are 3
Rivals,
matches
boys.
in a 1 versus 1 format.
Oh, it's 1v1s.
Contestants must choose their weapon, then kill their
Two
opponent. to win.
yeah, see, it's a 1v1.
Contestants will advance to the final $1 million
Ooh.
round.
Come on, Roby, you gotta cook.
Here we go, our first match of
Everyone's still got a
Rivals,
chance,
where we will
so.
find out our first contestant making it to the $1 million round. It's Doodadud and Shafe taking stage. Let's hop into our first match here. When we're talking about Rivals, guys, there's really a lot to think about. I think first and foremost, as the players are working through it now, is the item bans. You can choose what map you're going to, what weapons you're taking away, and try and strategize early on.
Right, yeah. I mean, not just aiming and reaction time, but gun selection is very key to the in a 1v1.
Yeah, it absolutely is. He's going to go over and get ready to receive our winner who makes it to that top 2.
You're leaving us.
We're going to be finding out. I mean, he's got to greet whoever wins this round, but it's first to 5. Our map is selected.
Oh yeah,
and
that map's
we are
fire.
just about ready to go.
First round in construction.
What are we looking for in this map, Enya?
I think that moving a container box in the middle is a very good way to distract your opponent. A lot of head glitches, I feel like, on this map, so hopefully the players use that to their advantage.
Interesting. In the blue there, going to be the minigun selected. A little different from what we've seen before. Let's see if we can hop into one of our players' POVs and really get a look at the action here. Down in the low ground, is Shafe trying to find connections. Low ammo on that weapon, he'll find a
Wait,
reload.
who's facing
Has to
off?
dip
It's
out
Shafe
find
and the...
cover. Again, damage on
And,
both sides.
yeah, I want
Minigun
the duty
trying to
duck
find a
gotta
connection.
win.
He's spamming away. Both down to 1 HP, and Shafe gets the first round on the board.
Very well done. I wonder why Doodadud there gave up his high ground there for a second. Not sure, but
Yeah,
they're better
Doodadud
than
should
me,
win.
so I'm sure he made the right choice.
AR, good damage. Going
I don't know, bro.
forcing out of ammo, switches in secondary.
Wow.
Shafe's kinda
One
cooking, what the
shot
frick?
Straight to the dome.
Always
Bro
love
almost
seeing
left,
revolver kills.
dude.
They're
No
very
way.
satisfying.
Shafe up 2-0 now. Remember, it's first to 5 in this round of competition. More headshots.
Yo, why
landed
is
for
Shafe
He has
so
been
good at the
decisive in this
game?
match thus far.
For
And
real.
Doodadud has to rally here. Reflections onto the minigun fire, but it's
Oh
Shafe
my
yet
god, he's
again.
getting
Going 6
cooked.
for 3 in you.
That is it. This might be turning out to be a blowout. I would hate to see it. See if Doodadud can make a
Yeah,
comeback.
Doodadud's getting cooked right now.
Shafe, you see him good with the movement.
3-0,
on his
dude.
opponent, but eats some damage back. Katana on the reflection. No shots received off of it, but that's good. Lots of damage exchanged on his first burst of the AR. Finds time for a reload.
Holy
Did he fumble?
crap, bro, he's gonna cook
Oh,
him.
that's a fumble you can't have at this point in the tournament.
The self-sabotage. That is sad. That is very unfortunate.
And that's when the pressure gets
It's
to you.
over, bro. I think he just gave
One
up.
little mistake. Another chance. This could be the closeout. Trying to use the slingshot of all weapons.
Interesting choice.
And trying to stay alive here for Doodadud. And make it as that undefeated contestant.
It's
to the
over.
lobby.
He's cooked.
You'd wonder if that's a secret
He
weapon
is so-
or if he's giving
oh
up
my.
on the competition.
You know he wants that $1 million more than anything. You know what this means to these contestants. He's really trying
He
to
hasn't
bait
slept
into
in
the low
days,
ground.
bro.
Shafe, though, not taking the bait. He wants to hold his strong positioning up top.
It's so over.
Go on the offensive, good damage.
Finally, bro, you got a point.
Chance here,
right?
But a slim one. He'd have to run it all the way back.
He's got to get 4 more in a row.
Run it back.
Very difficult.
Shave back to his same position. Finds his opponent in the center. That's good damage. Finds a space for a reload. He's one kill away from the $1 million round.
It's over. No, it's over, bro.
His opponent's on 1 HP.
Wow. Yep, it's over.
Shave closes things out. He's the first player to make it to your $1 million round.
That was very impressive, and Dudada was actually the first to advance into the top 4, so it's sad to see him lose here.
A tough one for him indeed. He'll have a second chance down in that lower bracket in the 1-to-1 game here, but that's huge for Shave. It means he's going to be heading into the obby with 2 opportunities to win. His opponent would have to defeat him with a bracket reset. Let's check in with that leaderboard, show you guys how we're doing.
I think Dudada's cooked, bro.
That's good enough.
Not gonna lie.
Definitely, and just looking at the chat votes here, Shave also had the popular vote, so it looks like they had the right idea on who was going to win this match.
Truly an impressive player, Shave. I think back to some of our earlier
Yo, isn't Shave gonna already advance?
In DTI, but won every single round of Super League Soccer.
I want Antro versus Roby, but whatever. Bro's been talking to no one for 40 minutes. Well, now I am.
At the very end, a big congratulations to Shave here. Let's see if we can.
Actually, there was one other person in the stream, but they didn't talk. But I guess they left by now.
Round. A great moment here for Shave.
It's a huge sigh of relief.
Very impressive from him, but we're ready to continue. We still have more matches. So I believe now we're going to head down to our 0-1 round, which means it's Roby and Antarel. They're playing for their lives in the tournament at this point.
This is definitely elimination, so if, as you said, one of them loses, they are completely out of the tournament. No other chances given to them.
And this is where pressure really starts to mount. It's a game of inches of a little bit of damage going either way, and when the pressure's on, when the stakes are this high, it's easy to make a mistake. I mean, we saw Didada, I think, falling off the map in that last one. Little mistakes like that can lose you a life-changing sum of money.
Right, well, that's the thing about rifles, right? The movement speed is very fast. It's almost like parkour. But you can use that to your advantage, but you also got to be very careful, especially a map like Construction.
What did you think about the gun selection in our first one? Because we went a little unconventional there with Didada, and I don't think it paid off.
I am a little bit surprised. I do like the minigun because I'm in the business of spraying and praying, but yeah, no, definitely not the right choice in hindsight.
Well, the players are banning weapons into our lower rounds here, making careful consideration of what they want to compete against.
All right, Roby, come on. Come on, bro. You have to win. You've made it so far. I'm so proud of you.
It is the one where a lot of players like to play. When I'm playing this game, I almost
hey, yeah, that's my selection.
So
Me personally.
Banned, people have to get
Me personally, that's my selection.
That will make for some interesting matches. But it doesn't look like that happened.
And it's the tried and true. Here we go.
Right, come on, Roby. You can't lose. You can't lose. Rose, you're cooked if you lose, bro.
I am sweating and I am not competing.
Antarel, it's the first lick of damage. A bigger map that we're playing on here. Wide open on the crossroads. Up top, Antarel a bit stuck in this lower down position, trying to find his opponent. Still, not getting any information. Nade goes up. That'll
all right, let's go.
They're both low, but Roby on the revolver.
Let's go, bruh. Let's go.
Yes, because I mean the magazine, the assault rifle is pretty small at
20 bullets. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to really use your secondary to its full potential there.
Roby was our last qualifier. Played every single round. Heading into this
he's cooked.
Good exchange of damage going.
Come on, cook. It's time to cook.
Found for each of these players. The utility off the Molotov doesn't find a connection. Over the top he goes. Melee in hand. Spots his opponent. The shots not landing. Roby in the air trying to find a connection, and he doesn't.
Hell yeah.
Well done.
Hell yeah. Good job.
One shot away.
Good job, bro. Keep going. Keep it going, Roby. You got this, bro. You got this.
Roby
Come on.
thus far has had some impeccable movement in rivals.
And it looks like the votes are in, and the viewers are voting for Roby as the favorite.
Obviously,
so let's see if he could pull out these next.
Yeah, let's go, bro. He's cooking. Oh my God, he's cooking, bro.
3-0 now.
3-0's crazy.
This round because we're starting to get to dangerous territory. This man has got to turn this around. When the pressure is high, when he's against this.
I don't think he's turning it around, bro.
This is what I mean.
He's getting cooked right now.
It's just incredible. He hasn't even received a lick of damage, and Roby's beamed him almost down to 0 HP.
This is why Roby's the GOAT, bro.
Clutch to bring things back, but from mid-air,
amazing movement. Wow.
Roby off the top rope decimates Antarel. And we're on the verge of a sweep.
Oh, man. I would be so nervous if I was actually...
Dog. Antarel's almost about to be completely cooked.
FPS shooters is where her skills really show.
It's all about mechanics in the 1v1. And again, Roby at range is dishing out the damage.
Okay.
Last chance.
Yeah, it's so over for Antarel, dude.
Desperately to stay alive.
Is Antarel gonna get at least 1 point? At this point, just give him the point, bro. Just give him the point already.
Needs to find the shots at the end.
Whatever. I mean, Roby is pretty bad at damage right now.
Looks like Antarel is electing to go with ADS.
And maybe he'll get 1 point. We'll see. Probably not. We'll see, though.
Antarel trying to find this connection. The spread on the bullet's just a little bit too wide to be able to take his opponent down. That's a good...
He's almost dead. Both of them are almost dead, actually. But we'll see.
Moving back through. This is Roby here as well. Trying to look for an opportunity.
Okay.
Wow.
Finally, bro. No way.
The dreams stay alive.
That was an intense one. When it gets close like that, this map plays a lot differently. There's way more opportunities to hide, duck for cover.
Yeah, it's a very big map for 1v1.
Oh, lots of damage
going
both ways here. This could be the end for Antarel. He needs another round win in a row. And to even build more off of that. But he's taking damage. Spots his opponent.
Interesting reload time there. Not sure why he chose to do that.
Still, you always want as many opportunities, as many bullets you can. Any second, you want to get that reload through, and he's kind of lost. He can't find where his opponent is.
Yo, Antarel finally locking in.
We're watching a man on the verge of staying alive, of progressing, having a chance to play another round, and maybe make it to that million.
They both understand the map very well, and it shows in their movement.
Antarel, low health. 63 to his name against 60 on Roby. Low time and Antarel again.
Bad timing
really
there
with back.
Yeah, bad
He's
timing
actually locking in for once. No way. Come on, Roby. Come on. Come on, man.
I think he could. Anything's possible.
Momentum's big. If not in the actual game, in the emotion. You feel like you have a chance when you start to score wins, rally through it. Range Roby, he's been successful.
Like Jay Party said, he likes to put us in an emotional roller coaster.
Oh, he does. A couple shots missing, a little uncharacteristic of what we've seen from Roby thus far. A good nade doesn't do too much damage. Reposition.
Oh, come on, dude. The anticipation is killing me.
No
way, bro. Come on, Roby.
He's 1 away from
no shot.
Yet again.
This is
Roby, please lock in, please.
That close from the beginning.
Oh my god,
Certainly
dude.
didn't end you. And now you have
cook
to
him like last time, bro.
From Roby's POV. Can he close this out? He doesn't want to choke this opportunity away. And find
it might actually be tie game. Holy crap.
Start to Rivals.
Please.
Dives into the low ground. Close quarters battle. It's coming down
no
to the
way. Oh my god.
Wow.
The game is tied.
Yo, it's all up to this now. Oh no, bro. The pressure's on, dude. Come on, Roby. Please, please, please.
So, great strategy.
Holy crap.
To 4. Everything comes down to this.
He's gonna do it. He's locking in.
Don't let the game slip.
He's locking in, please. Please tell me he's locking in.
Antarel, low again, but he's been clutch all game, trying to dip and dive. He'll get back to cover. The safety of the low ground where he's been successful all game.
Come on, dude.
This is so intense.
Roby, you're so close, dog.
There he is in the tunnels.
Down on chances, trying to rally this one back.
You're so close.
Roby.
Come on, bro.
Also sticking to his guns, he stays
you can
up
do
top.
it.
Down below, gun's not out. Roby, he finds it.
I knew it. I knew it. That's my goal. That's my goal.
Roby stays alive, eliminates.
That's my goal.
Competition, and has another chance in Rivals. That almost slipped him by on you.
And it almost feels like he planned this, because he always does this to us. Coming back, in the last second for the win, very impressive. And you can see with his reaction there, like he did the hand gesture. He knew how close that was. So, great job performing under pressure. Was anybody's game there.
That is an intense one indeed. It feels like that map plays so differently, because I think you saw Roby was always successful with these long-range fights. Antarel was always winning at these close-range fights, but after that round, let's take a little peek at this leaderboard and talk more about it, because that change-up in strategy from Antarel was almost enough.
Right, and looks like Roby
who's facing off now?
Stays alive, and going into the third Rivals match, he might just have another shot at taking over.
Going to the next Rivals match against who?
It would be him against Dudadud.
Oh yeah, Roby's
All
got
of
this,
these
bro. He's
players
got this. There's no way he loses, bro.
love
Please.
The obby. It was one of their most played. Years upon years of experience across these players. But for Antarell, the most experienced member on the stage today, unfortunately, that ends his competition.
Rip.
He had his moments. He almost brought it back. But today,
Rip.
Antarell has to walk home empty-handed.
Rip, my boy.
Let's hear it for him, though. He definitely had skill on display. He really showed his worth in Blade battles, qualifying through early off of that. A player who put
It's
a lot
over for
out
him, bro.
onto that field today.
Keep your chin up, pal. Well done.
Would love to see him competing again sometime, but today, unfortunately, it comes down to seconds. It comes down to one round, and he will not be moving on.
Yeah, it was a very, very close call. I'm still pumped.
Yeah, and I feel like you have to be as well if you're the player who made it through. Roby here, he has another game to play, and
Well,
it's going to be against another competitor.
yeah, this is it, folks. Last
Roby's
chance
gonna
for
win. Come on,
Dun-Dun
man.
And
He's gonna
Roby,
win. Come on.
who will move on to compete for $1 million and who will be going home? Give us your
question.
answers in the chat.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they say. I think Roby is, you know, you got to look at him as a strong competitor, especially. I think he showed great precision at range, the way he was beaming with that AR, but in the close quarters fights wasn't quite as strong. Dun-Dun, however, the biggest thing I'm looking at is a weapon change. Frankly, I don't think the minigun really cuts it against a strong AR player.
I totally agree.
If I'm going up against the minigun and
Roby's
I'm
gotta
Roby,
cook,
I
bro.
want to play a
He's
longer
gotta
range
cook.
map, and I want to just use the advantage of that weapon.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, maybe Dun-Dun likes the Bandy assault rifle, seeing how great Roby is.
Honestly,
that
would
could
be
be
a
part of the strategy.
good call, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Of course, they're getting into the game now. Looks like they're starting to go through their bans. And it looks like we're going to be going to a little different map, Station. Talk to me about how this plays versus the other maps in the competitive pool.
Station, to me, is it going to be Station?
Oh, I apologize. It's actually Docks.
Docks.
Plays a little similarly. Another one that's maps with a lot of cover, a lot of buildings to get up in.
Right, yeah, you know what?
Come
Docks
on, Roby.
is definitely one of,
He's gonna
one of
cook.
the fan favorites.
He's gonna cook, bro,
great map
please.
to end this last round on. Yeah, like you said, a lot of cover, a lot of buildings, so map knowledge and movement will be key. Staying on the high ground, very important.
And look at this pivot. Dun-Dun is moving to the classic AR revolver. I think that's a good choice.
Great change in strategy. And the sniper
Roby's going
rifle.
for the sniper. He's staking his chance at $1 million.
Wow.
On a new weapon. It's a game about movement
gotta clutch,
and
bro.
avoiding that sniper, and soon Dun-Dun will see that glint. He'll 80
Oh, no.
strafe his way on through and deal a
Oh,
lot of damage
crap.
to start.
I mean, I believe Roby, with his accuracy, the sniper rifle could be a good choice here.
Could be. Revolver always in his back pocket. It's a bit more cumbersome than the other weapons in the game. And I love this. He's playing to his advantage. Stays in the low ground.
Yep.
Doesn't want to give range to his opponent with the sniper.
Yep. And Roby last round did chase a lot, but this time deciding to stay on the rooftop and not playing too aggressive with the sniper rifle. Definitely the right choice.
You see the clock at the top of your screen. When that runs out,
Yeah.
what's going to happen then?
I have no idea.
It is actually so
Okay.
rare that it happens in Rivals. I believe that it should be the player with the more health winning that. We'll see if we get there. It's kind of a rarity to see Rivals actually play this slowly.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't get to that
Close
point.
range revolver. How does he
Oh.
win it? That's
Oh.
the side
Clutch.
on. Coming up on top for
Clutch.
Roby.
Wow, very impressive.
I'm astounded. True precision from him.
And it looks like the votes are in. Over 3,000 votes. 77% going towards Roby for winning this final match. Let's see if he can pull off.
He nearly hit that midair.
He's got this, bro. He's got it. He's
It's
definitely
almost
got it.
evolving into a bit of a game of chicken.
Yeah, Dun-Dun need to stay under cover and try to move closer towards Roby. But that revolver shot is also very deadly, so he still needs to be careful.
The dash with the melee weapon equipped as well is a powerful tool to reposition into ways your opponent may not expect. Dun-Dun, he's just vying for information here, jiggling in and out of every corner. He spots out his opponent. Dips away. Does Roby go in for the kill? Does he want the hunt here? He does. Close in, trying to switch to his weapon. He's got
Oh,
nothing
no,
out.
bro.
And he loses this round.
The
Game
reaction
tied
time,
again.
dude.
Yeah, interesting choice there. Not sure why he pulled out the fists.
I think he was trying to throw a grenade. He thought he had more space, but then got kind of caught off guard and it looked like almost panicked a little bit with the util.
Yeah, it is always dangerous to play so aggressive with a sniper, so... Looks like he completed some tasks there.
Yeah, thus far he has not hit a shot with the sniper, but
Nice, got it.
One. 70 damage onto Dudadud. But of course he needs more than just that. The damage is
Oh,
good.
no,
Beating him
dude.
down. Switch to the revolver. They're both on the secondaries, and
crap.
Dudadud takes the lead.
All 3 gunfights have been close quarters. I wonder if Roby decides to change weapon at some point here. Sticking with the sniper rifle.
I believe you're locked in once you choose.
Oh, you can't change now. Oh, wow.
Well, he is committed to that sniper.
Wow.
He made his bet. He has to lie in it now, and whether that's one that'll bring him to the $1 million round or send him home empty-handed, could it be the revolver to do it? Good utility with the molly, trying to find it. Dudadud wins out in the duel of the secondaries, and he's up.
There's no way. Come on, dude.
Oh,
It might be over, bro.
Roby, he could pull
Roby's
off
got to come back, dude.
comebacks,
He's got to
so
come
I
back.
would not be surprised at all.
He was in the pole position last game. Nearly let it slip.
Great
He closed it out.
Deciding to not stay in the high ground this time.
Yeah, Dudadud staying inside these buildings. He knows his advantage.
Yeah, it's so silent in this room. I feel like I could hear a pin drop. It's so intense.
And you look over at the competitors. They are so locked in.
Locked in.
They know what's at stake. If you were one of these competitors that made it within a hair's breadth of qualifying,
What was that? You got a hit marker on that.
I believe that gives you one when you do break that. Not sure though. Could have been a connection onto one of the barrels. Definitely wasn't onto Roby. He's still sitting at full health. Where is he though? They're both inside of buildings here. Bit of a slower game yet again.
30 seconds left.
Making
Yo,
a
it's
lot
about to
of
go to
steps here.
sudden death or something.
Roby on high, revolver in hand.
He definitely might be.
Down below, quick scope in, doesn't connect the
That was
shot.
so close.
And now with a lower bit of health, he has to win it
Oh,
out
nah,
practically
dude.
with just a revolver. But Dudadud's got the same. It's gonna be a standoff between these Cowboys. Roby chasing down his opposition.
3 seconds.
Revolver in hand, the lower HP, and the time that runs out.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that means with lower health, Roby loses
crap.
the round, and he's facing
Oh,
down the
no.
barrel of match point.
Smart
Oh,
move
no,
by Dudadud
bro.
there, knowing that the time was running out to just hide
No
away, to
freaking
not get
shot.
hit by Roby.
A chance, another
Nice
shot
shot.
connected. He needs
Oh,
another though,
nah.
and he's whipping out.
Come on,
He's focused.
aim,
Connection
aim,
for
bro.
chance.
Oh,
Miss the
no.
fourth, going wide as well. Now
Oh,
the big
we
iron
might be
on
so
his hip.
cooked.
It'll have to do. Both players locked into the revolvers.
We might be cooked,
Dudadud
guys.
this time
We
can't
might
rely
be
on the time.
cooked.
He's sitting with lower health. He's trying to just find anything in range here. There's a connection. More damage to even the score. Second shot landing as well. It'll bring things a bit closer. Roby on 1 HP. His life in his hands, but his opportunity missed.
That was so close.
Oh. Oh my
His
god.
fourth shot with the sniper miss. He needs precision if he wants a chance at $1 million. Just barely
Come on, please.
Dudadud not giving him an inch. Playing off this time.
Yeah, he could
Playing off his
also play
advantage.
it safe here this time.
Yeah, bounced into the air. He
Oh
knows
my
he's
God,
on the
bro.
HP advantage, and Roby, with lower health, he has to make the play. The onus is on him. His life, it's in his hands. And this game will be decided in the next 20 seconds. A game practically of hide and seek at this point.
No, it's
And where's
over.
he gone? Dudadud, he's
Oh,
hiding.
no.
He's locked
Look
in
at that
towards
smirk
the
on his
shipping
face.
container. He knows what's
Oh,
happening.
knows what he's doing.
Roby, it's desperation. He's running. He's
Oh,
trying to find his
my-
opponent, but there's
Oh.
just no time.
The time
Oh.
Dudadud,
Wow.
he wins the round,
It's
and he's
over.
our second contestant,
It's
progressing to the
over.
$1 million round.
It's
Crap,
so
very
over.
strategic, relying a lot on his
Oh,
smarts
no,
this
bro.
time rather than his gun skills.
And for Roby, I think a brutal way to lose this one out. He took a risk picking into that sniper rifle, and
Oh my
it did not pay
god.
off today.
Yeah, I wonder if he regrets that decision. Maybe we can ask him later.
I imagine it'll be something he's thinking about for a fair bit of time. For Dudadud, though, I think he learned his lessons from the weapon selection mistakes in the first one. As we look at our final leaderboard from the round of 4, we of course get our 2 players into the $1 million
It's
round.
over. Alright,
It's Dudadud,
it's
the lower
yep,
seed,
it's
and
him and
undefeated,
Shafe.
coming through the upper bracket.
I don't know, who
with
should I
his
go for now?
opportunity to win
Shafe won a
the
1v1 in
Tower
Rivals,
of
but I don't know if that's saying anything.
Truly incredible stuff from them. But
no, I'm just gonna go with
that, of
da-da-da
course,
again.
means
Not
that
gonna
we
lie.
are sending another competitor home for Roby.
Not gonna
He had
lie.
a great rally in those final few
That
rounds.
might
of
be
the
a bad
qualification
choice,
phase. But today, in Rivals, it was not his day.
Rip.
And, well, he had a great showing. He'll head home without his million.
Sad to see a fellow fan of LeBron James go, but I was rooting for him. Very unfortunate.
A close showing from him, but that'll do it. It's how these competitions go, the nature of it. Just a round or two, one decision, that makes the difference. And honestly, it sets us up for such an incredible look ahead towards the Tower of Hell. What a match we have on our hands.
That's right, and with Shafe finishing Rivals and driving Empire 2-0, explain to us how that sets him up for going into the Obby.
Yeah, so that means that if he wins once, he wins the $1 million. But if da-da-da wants to win, because he's coming from the lower, he would have to win twice in a row here.
Crap.
So definitely a tough one there, but we're going to reset.
Maybe I should
vote
for
Shafe,
Shafe,
in just a minute.
or
And for the
whatever
moment,
his name was.
let's
I
go
actually
ahead and
forgot.
check in with our correspondents,
Shafex,
Geach
I
and
think.
Sabrina.
Take it away.
That was
I'm about to go with him.
unbelievable. Everyone was literally running for their lives. It got me thinking, do I seem like a grenade launcher or a chainsaw type of person?
I don't know. I feel like, you know,
I think I'm about to go with
grenade launcher
Shafex
would be
on
a
this
great
one.
choice, right? You know, for safety. But with the jacket and the hair, I feel like to see the chainsaw, it would just like perfectly tie it all in together. That would
That's
be
a really
look.
good answer. I do like grenades though.
Oh, so you're definitely grenade launcher.
I love just throwing grenades everywhere.
You do that for like,
in
your free time?
in any FPS game, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say you just.
No, not in my free time.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, girl, what type of life are you living? What about me? What do I get? What's my energy? Am I
Chainsaw?
Chainsaw?
Yeah.
That's nuts. What about me gives chainsaw? I'm curious.
I don't know. You're independent, and I feel like independent people have chainsaws, and scared people have grenades.
I appreciate that. So let's talk about this match. These last couple of matches. Oh my gosh. I'm speechless. Obviously.
You were screaming.
Maybe I'm just out of.
Literally, she was screaming. We were on the edge of our seat. That was so close. Like all those different rounds, we were like screaming at it.
I mean, yeah, there was
except the last one.
Oh yeah, I cried a little bit.
Yeah, last one we were just sad.
I definitely shed a tear or two, you know.
And happy at the same time.
Little thug tear, you know. But I gotta say, like, it was really, really exciting to watch Antarel's match because it was so close. It literally came down to like the very last second.
Yeah.
It was so exciting, but it's like, man.
The match that was back and forth and they just kept like tying up. That's why I was screaming.
Yes, well.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that close.
Right. And then I gotta say too, watching Dud get the chance to compete again against Roby. You know, I didn't know what to expect because you know, obviously, you know, Shafe was a tough contender from the beginning. Like Shafe did not come to play at all. That was that. He knew this is mine. Y'all can go on and just like it was fun for him. Like, yeah, I'll play a game, you know. Just
very,
give you guys give you guys some content, you know, that you know, since that's what she wanted. But watching Dud go up against Roby, it was almost kind of heartbreaking, like watching my two children fight or something. Because it's like, you know,
those are the ones you're rooting for? The competitors?
They touched my heart. They found the softest spot right here in the beginning, and it's like watching the kind of underdogs. So, well, not necessarily for Dud, because Dud was one of the first ones to play. But then, you know, we sat here with him, and he was just so happy and confident, you know, and it felt like, you know, he was like, yes, this is mine. And he did say, I'm not worried about these guys moving forward. This is easy. And he, you know, I won't say he proved it.
Definitely
Damn,
tough.
bruh.
It's a tough position to be in.
He definitely worked for that.
And then it was gone.
Yeah, watching Roby, oh my gosh.
This is brutal.
But you know,
we're in the final game now. The final one.
The sniper for that map. Did you get to see the map
Snipers
first?
are like if you're good with it though, they're pretty OP.
It's the big finale. Tower of Hell.
It was
really big for two people.
Right, it's huge for two people, and then you also have a sniper. But it's like, you know, Dud kind of took advantage of all of those closed-in spaces. You know, just kind of like Mimi said. You know, it's a game of hide and seek at this point.
Yep.
And just to get, you know, that close, ooh, oh gosh, you know, I just want to go give Roby a hug.
Aww.
My feelings, my heart.
Okay, I got a question here for you. Rivals is fast. What's your secret to staying cool in high stress rounds?
oh, well, that's my secret, Sabrina. I'm always stressed. See how that works? I have no problem. You know, I can do this because I am this.
But like, how do you stay cool?
I just, you know, pretend that, you know, I'm just in the kitchen or something, you know, about food.
Okay.
You know?
What?
With that said.
All right, we're going to go ahead and throw it back to you, Jay Party. We're going to finish this up.
It's the finale.
All right, my friends, I have returned. And what a journey it's been hanging out with some of our contestants, getting a first-hand perspective on the final eliminations. What a fun thing. Anyway, congrats to Shafe and Dudadud. They are the last two contestants standing. But who will fall? This is what it's all about, my friends. It is time for the $1 million round. With the grand prize at stake, it all comes down to one final game. The aptly named Tower of Hell. It's going to be
Game
epic.
8, Tower of Hell. The rules are simple. Climb
Not
as
there it
high
is.
as possible. Whoever gets to the top first or
Oh, I
climb
think it's
the
just
highest
regular
wins.
Tower of Hell.
But if an undefeated contestant loses the first match, a second will be played. Ultimately, the winner takes all.
All right. You ready here, folks? The race to the top will begin shortly. Also noting, whoever gets the highest at any point, we will count that score. That encourages forward momentum in our players in a non-stop neck-and-neck race to the top.
Absolutely, and of course it's also going to be an advantage coming in for Shafe as that upper round undefeated player. He only has to win once, but if Dudadud is to take this home, he would have to win, reset the bracket, and going into an even match, win it out again. A big task for him. We already saw a great comeback in Rivals, winning that second game after getting trounced in his opener.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the odds are stacked against him, but clearly he's able to make these epic comebacks. And like you said, everybody having extensive experience in Obby's Tower of Hell, it must be the game that both of these players are looking forward to.
Well, it looks like we are ready to go. We started with 10 contestants to get into this one. Shafe, Dudada, they're the only two left here. They're just getting in, making the final preparations to arrive. For these two young men, the pressure is truly on. When you're playing through this, it kind of felt too real. Still a field in front of you, but now only one player on the other side
I know.
is stopping you from $1 million.
I know, this is it. Millions and millions have tried to have a shot at the final $1 million. And this competition has been won for the ages. This is a double elimination, as you remember. So, if Dudadud can win this, there'll be an extended set, but Shafe can take the money on this race right through the heart of Tower of Hell. And actually, we have a little quick, exciting announcement for you all. A game that has not seen an update in quite so long. Guess what?
Hey,
has
yo.
released a brand new Tower Portions update, greatly increasing the
Oh,
difficulty
that
of this
is a
competition
lot of
just
towers, dude.
as a little gift for our final two. They've not seen it. The world has not seen it. This
That's
is a
a
brand
lot of
new
towers.
update. And I will say,
As you can
I've seen
see
the practice rounds.
on this side right
These
now,
guys are
bro.
experts. And
Is
I
this
think they
the
need this.
Tower of
This is
Hell?
going to be a true epic race here as we're going to see some brand new sections of the
No,
course.
They're
the
off to
Tower
the
of Hell will take
races.
too long.
7
dude.
minutes between these players and $1 million.
Interesting word choice there, gift, J Party. I'm not sure they appreciate this gift, seeing that it is much harder than it used to be.
Yeah, new sections. As we mentioned earlier, initially there was over 330 different sections of this puzzle, leading to over a quadrillion combinations that could be possible. So I'm assuming no one's ever seen the same tower twice. Well, that got a lot bigger of a number now with a whole new array of challenges.
Shafe, though, is out in front here. And already building himself a commanding lead, but a fall.
Oh,
back
crap.
down. He'll catch
Already?
himself, but that'll put him just a little bit further down. I believe Dudadud also fell, too. So Shafe, despite his slip, still has the lead.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a couple falls here today, but thankfully, actually, Shafe had a pretty forgiving one. Did not hit an obstacle and fell almost on the same challenge he's on right there. So again, not losing a lot of time in the grand scheme of things.
Dudadud is hot on the tails, though. You see him catching up already here.
Nah, Shafe
As
F's
you
gonna
see on
win,
the
bro.
sidebar there, we can see each
Trust.
player's positions in the race. It looks very, very close. They're just neck to neck.
Yeah, this is still anyone's game here. To say someone has the lead is just really, you know, the happen circumstance of a single jump here.
You see how close they are.
Oh boy, in this section, I'm not even sure I understand how to proceed here. I think both players getting a
Oh
little confused there.
crap,
as we
he
see a
fell
fall
to the
from Shafe.
end.
Oh, man.
No
Yeah,
way.
this is going to be a rough one. Smile on his face and good sport as he heads to the bottom.
What happens
He
if the
might
timer
be joined
runs
by
out?
friends shortly here.
No one makes it.
And there we go. That was a
What's gonna happen
wild
then?
section. Even with observer
It's
cam,
just
I'm
gonna
not
be
sure I
what the
understand how to progress
furthest,
through that.
probably.
It is definitely challenging, and I'd almost like to just see if we could zoom out and just get some context how far they really have to go to get to the win here, because they're still only down in the second section. You look at that right side of your screen. There's, what, 8 more sections more that you have to compete through if you want to
y'all gotta lock
win
in,
this challenge.
Yeah, and a rough early fall here. Nerves starting to get to him a little bit here as one of the players takes a knockout from that little plasma beam there, and we are getting back to our challenge section here. We'll see if someone can get past it. This is going to be a big checkpoint. Oh, and a quick slip down.
You gotta lock in,
This is some
Shafe
uncharacteristic
X.
play. I will see. We've seen a lot of practices in this game. It's usually an undefeated flying through of the tournament, but here, Nerves getting to him.
It is funny, we had so many of our players that said that obbies were their favorite, the game they had the most experience with. These are two of the players that, well, they've played Roblox for years. They definitely have experience in obbies. They didn't necessarily say it was one of their strengths, but that's where this entire tournament, all 7 games previous, will get decided on.
Yeah, it is a challenge. You've got to be an expert in just so many things.
It's time to lock in, bro.
All right, Dud is back in this challenge zone. I assume he's going to wait a little bit and try to figure this puzzle out before he progresses.
For the first time ever, the polls are looking very close. 52% of the viewers going for Dud and 48 going for Shafe.
Another little fall there from Dud, but again, he catches himself. A little bit of luck on his side there.
We'll see. And again, the stump right here. Can we get presses? I think I see that they pop out of the corner there, and you got to catch that on the corner.
Oh my god,
My brain can't comprehend what's going on.
So it's definitely a last-second jump to the platform that's rotating out of the beam here. Oh, and he gets it. There we go.
There it is.
He's making the climb, slowly getting up higher. Oh, and there. Oh,
another fall.
Yeah, he's solving it though. So again, we're actually having to see people reason through some of these new challenges here. And I think Dud might be getting there, but Shafe.
I mean, you see the motion. Every time these guys fall, they're reacting. They're feeling the pressure. I think honestly, more than even a battle against the obstacles, this is a battle about staying calm, staying focused under pressure, not rushing yourself, not letting that big timer at the top of the screen get the better of you.
Now, I can't be watching the time here. Just relax, just focus. Already we've seen this is a much slower competition here. There are puzzles to solve, and they need to spend some time. And I think this zone has been a major stump.
Just relax.
I mean, y'all gotta lock it. Oh my god, how did you fall? Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, that was a rough missed jump there. Again, Nerves really getting the best of him. Obviously, such a funny climax of this entire event as a single missed jump is going to result in a complete reset. And here we are, neck and neck.
Back to the beginning. And you can't let seeing your opponent get the better of you. You don't want to rush anything. You don't want to make mistakes. One slip could be the difference, and there's a mistake.
Come on, bro.
One of our players fell. Reset again.
And looking at the sidebar there, it looks like they've reached about, what, 20% of the entire tower so far?
If that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a massive tower ahead here, and we'll see if we see another round, but this could be it here.
Dud is kind of in the lead, so he is holding on, but yeah, if Shafe manages to catch up in these next 2.5 minutes.
The critical thing is only 2.5 minutes left in this round. So Shafe, this run could be his last opportunity to get ahead. He wants to be so
for real. No one's making the tower though. No one's making it to the end.
No one has made it through just yet. Here's his chance. Good jump. He stays up in it as Dud is back down on the reset. And Shafe, I think he just fell.
I think we heard the oof. That means he's down. Oh, and there it goes again. Boy, it is a rough run for our players here. Not sure who actually got higher on that initial climb.
I believe they've both lost at that same obstacle.
Yeah, this actually might come down to a replay then of who made it to a block or a frame higher than the other person.
That's crazy.
This is gonna be rough.
Well, it looks like on the sidebar there, they do keep record of who reached the highest point, and so far it is Dud.
Oh, okay. Looks like he is leading. Good to know. Perhaps we'll have a redemption match.
Let's see if Shafe could maybe take his way up. Remember, if Dud wins this, he resets the bracket, brings us to a do-or-die final round of this very classic obby.
You're getting back to this section. Everyone's
come on, lock in, bro. Favorite. Please, I swear.
I just want to watch Shafe here, see his reaction, because this is the make or break for him.
Okay.
He jumps up.
Clear this.
He's making it deeper through this obstacle, but it's a challenge to even figure out how you want to move in this one.
Oh, and just like that, Shafe has cleared it.
Oh,
this has been the backbreaker with a minute left.
A minute and a half. Dud has to rally back and make it ahead of his opponent, because right now, Shafe, he has this in the bag.
Oh, he's still going.
And he hasn't stopped just yet. Dud is on a reset. He's back down in the blue zone.
I think Shafe has time to just stop here and end it all, but he's still going.
But remember, the highest point he makes is what the game remembers. And if he keeps going, it might just be over.
Wow. 50 seconds. Is that enough time to catch up?
Shafe, the player who flew all the way from New York. He had a job offer on the line. He was ready for his orientation for that opportunity. And if we can watch Da-Da-Da, this is his last chance, his last run to try and beat him out. Shafe made his sacrifices, but he was the undefeated player through our rounds to work into this one.
Oh boy, all eyes on the man in blue here. Da-Da-Da, his round to lose. Where's he at here? This is the moment.
He's made it up to the yellow.
I don't think he's good.
He's actually above it.
It's possible.
He needs to
No. No.
Oh my gosh, 15 seconds.
Yo, did Shafe win then? Did Shafe win the whole thing?
The pain.
He knows it's over.
Oh, the final countdown, folks.
A victory lap.
Wow.
Shafe. He holds his position.
Oh, Shafe won. He won, dude. He did it.
This is it.
Of the Mega.
Hey. Congratulations, bro.
All right, folks. We officially have it. Shafe, my friend, you're still standing. An incredible run here.
He's
well,
got
we've
it.
A little gift for you. Hopefully
It's the
this will ease
briefcase.
your nerves here. Something a little exciting here. This will be your prize. So Shafe, congratulations. I still can't believe
Is
it.
that a whole $1 million?
This has been a fierce,
all in
fierce
cash, bro.
competition. A shout out to everyone. We thought we'd bring some friends out along the way. All 10 contestants are here. The skill, the smarts, the determination to make it here. It's been an incredible journey. Congratulations to everyone.
He did it.
But here, let's take a big shout out again to Da-Da-Da. He had an incredible journey there. That last jump, a painful fall in the last 10 seconds. But hey, it's time to celebrate everyone who competed in the Mega Championship for the hunt. This was huge. You saw puzzles, tokens, looks, fought battles, outraced foes, conquered obbies, won shooters, earning you the right to be called the best. And of course, earning you the grand prize. Shafe, this one yours. Congratulations on $1 million richer. You've done it, my friend. All right, what are you feeling? How you feel? Anything to say?
Oh my God, ecstatic, kind of all over the place. Todd, you did amazing. Oh my God, I was so nervous when you got to the, what was it, the yellow one? Oh, but I'm so glad that everyone's here. It was awesome. This event was awesome.
All right, my friend, any shout outs, any thank yous you want to give to the folks at home?
Shout out to Gagard. Shout out to my parents. Shout out to Cobb. Shout out to Vepix. Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
Isn't Vepix the boy that got disqualified though?
Honestly, I'm gonna help my parents. They're having it rough right now.
All right.
So
Okay,
I'm gonna help
W.
them save for a house.
All right.
Figure out the rest from there.
All right, you heard it here, folks. Wonderful stuff. An awesome person deserving of wonderful things. Shafe, congratulations again. That was incredible. I know if I had $1 million, I'd spend that fully on floss. Why? Well, that's for me to know and you to find out. All right, my friends. This is it. We've done it. We've had an incredible show with an incredible crew. And my friends, I'd like to say a few thank yous. We've got someone $1 million richer, and for the rest of us, well, we've got $1 million worth of a rich experience. And that's all the award we need. But hey, maybe some thank yous would suffice. I want to say thank you again to the amazing co-hosts I had. Mimi, new to the Roblox universe. Where's my camera shot? There it is. Mimi, hello. Well, yes, welcome. I don't know. We're shaking hands now. Thank you again. And you, of course, Frace, you all maybe know. And you, thanks again for all your work here, my co-hosts. You can even have a handshake. We're giving those away for free. Again, a huge thank you to Sabrina and Geach the Gamer. Fantastic commentary for saving us in the green room. Some wonderful stuff, hanging out with some cool folks. We couldn't have done it without you all. But really, the key here is all the incredible contestants who competed in an insane competition with millions and millions of folks and everyone who participated in the hunt. This was a massive community event. One of the biggest events we've ever had on the platform, actually. It was huge. It was absolutely incredible to see you all compete and all leading to this moment. Again, I want to give an amazing shout out to the whole crew that makes this possible. You might not see it at home, but there are a lot of folks behind a lot of fun cameras and a lot of important switchers making this whole show come alive. So thank you all to the crew. It has been amazing. I want to give a big thank you to the talented creators. That's right, the folks who updated these games, the 25 hunt participants. Again, Roblox is nothing without its creators. Y'all developers make this stuff magic. I know almost each and every one of you helped with these games personally, and it's been an incredible run. Thank you for all the gifts, all the additional work of updates that you have provided us, including that surprise Tower of Hell one for our folks at the end here. Again, incredible stuff. All right, well, thank you for always being insightful and entertaining to our live streaming content creators who joined us, some special guests. But folks, the the most important person of all to thank. And that's not me like you may think. It's you at home watching. All of you, again, appreciate you tuning into the end. An amazing journey.
Let's go, bro.
Roblox is possible because of all the folks here, all the magic, the folks at home. Again, I can't say enough. But hey, I'm tired of talking here. It's time to celebrate. This concludes the Hunt Mega Final. So, folks, I'm Jay Party. Here to say, we'll see you all next time. This has been a show.
I think that's it. It's it, bro. That's it. Hunt's over. Nope. They still got... No, it's over, dude. It's Jover. Well, what'd y'all think? I don't think anyone's here, but... Okay. Yep, it's over, though. Wow. That was crazy, dude. That was crazy. Oh, it's over.
I can't believe I'm saying this.
It's over, bro. That is wild. That is crazy. It's all over. Wow, dude.
Here we go. Yo. W, dude.
That is crazy. Yep, it's over. It's over, guys. That was everything. Wow. Well, my boy Shafe won, so congratulations to him. He's getting $1 million. I hope nothing bad happens to him, dude. Like, genuinely, bro. Honestly, good luck to him. Hopefully he's doing well with the $1 million. And, we're back in Roblox now. This is over, I think, so. I don't think there's anything... There's nothing else that's gonna come out of this, probably. There are, like, 1,000 people in this game. Yeah, there isn't any new badges or nothing. There's not. I don't think there's no new items. Like, it's over, basically. Yep, that's that. That's that. So this will probably be my last stream about it. Most likely. Well, that is it. I just realized my volume ain't even on. Well, that's it, bro. Who's... Okay, bro. Some... Like, Fyodoric I beat Final Fantasy 4 years earlier this week. 4 years? Frick, this game isn't even 4 years, dude. W. 4 years is wild. In Coles. Yeah, this guy got eliminated. I mean, disqualified. Yeah, I see now. Yep, so, yeah, Shave, that 4th place person, I didn't even realize. They won. They were in 4th place and they actually won. Yeah, Roby was in 8th. Actually, like, all the way up to 12th. The number 12 person actually played. It's my boy Fyodoric and... I don't even think I'm pronouncing it right. And Vepix, they got eliminated. I mean, disqualified, not eliminated, frick. But that's basically the same thing. I guess the anonymous guy... The anonymous guy? Yeah, he got in. He was disqualified. I guess they, re-qualified him, though. So, wow, dude. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Let's look up his name. Shafe. It's probably, I think that's just his username. Shafe. Shafe and people. He's online right now. There he is, bro. Yeah, he's wearing the number 50 item right now, dude. Shave section. People tell him congrats, dude, everywhere. He sold, nah, bro, he won. He literally left after that. Bro won. Bro thinks he's specialized on the Mega Hunt leaderboard. That's crazy. Well, Shafe won. It's my boy, bro. Good luck, Twin, though. I kind of feel bad. I hope nothing bad happens, dude. Yeah, hope he's doing all right. He joined in 2016. He already privated his inventory, dude. He's already, like, taken down everything, dude. Well, yeah. Congrats, this guy won. Who are the other people that were in it? Actually, is this guy friends with them? I want to see. The Death Eagle. He is, bro. Look, bro. All of them have their inventories privated, obviously. Then Poke Dragon. I can already see Max over there, Poke Dragon. Yeah, they're all added with each other. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, they all have their inventories private. And then, Shafe. Yeah, we already saw that. Yeah, Theodoric. This guy was supposed to play, but obviously he got freaking disqualified, so. Yeah, which is a rip, bro. I wish he was there, but. And let's see, is he friends with the Vepix guy? Yeah, he is. This guy was supposed to be in it as well. Unluckiest Roblox user. Yeah, this guy was supposed to be. He got disqualified too, bro. Like, oh my god, dude. And this guy, IC person. IC. Oh, he's not even out with them. It's ICCO. He might not be out with these people. No, he's got the festive talk. Wait, he made his account in 2014. Yeah, they all. What I noticed is they all got their inventories privated. Okay, is he friends with? Okay, Anonymous is Anonymous, so. But yeah, he was in it. He was that guy, Roby. Yeah, he's not added with Roby. I'm pretty sure Theodoric is though. You can go check it out. There he is. Yeah, is Roby out with the... Oh, I don't even know how to pronounce that name. I kind of forgot. No, he's not. What's his name? Duddy Dud. My friend won Cap. I'm friends with Shape. Alright, let's see. Roasted. Roasted Miner. Let's see if you're really friends with Shape. Because I don't think so. Oh crap, he's right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's right. Make me. Well, he's right, though. He's kind of right. Not gonna lie to you there. Okay, wait, where's the other guy? let's add the guy who's friends with the winner. He'll probably not even accept me, to be honest. Who won? It was Shafe. He won. I don't know if Shafe's cooked, but he's got the money though. He's got his money. What were we even looking at? Oh, this guy. 3. No, it's supposed to be that guy. Dude, whatever. Duty a dud. Yep, this guy's got the Hot Mega Edition number 9 reel. Yep, he actually has his inventory public though. Well, he didn't win. He was like number 2 though. Yeah, you can tell, bro. He was practicing, bro. Holy crap. Look at his badges, dude. Jeez. Well. Alright, who's the other guy? 3. I'm just looking at them to see their inventory and stuff. 3J. Top 10. Yep, I think he got eliminated though. Yeah, he has his inventory private. Then MXD. This person almost didn't get in it, but they did. Because people got disqualified. So that's great. Well, this guy actually has his inventory public for whatever reason. So that's nice. Then who's the other guy? Yeah, he got last place, but he actually made it to top 4 though. That's crazy. Yeah, that's him right there. Yeah, his inventory's private. What about the one who didn't actually make it? I feel so bad for this guy. He did not make it, dude. Bro's in it, and they did not make it. Ender? Holy crap, it's Ender Pearl. What post? The frick is a post? Ayo, nani? Oh my god, dude. Holy cow, dude. That is wild. Why do they have so much UGC items? Should we be concerned? Maybe. Probably. Alright, you know what? I'm probably just gonna end the stream off here. Probably. I don't even know what to do anymore. But yeah, this thing's still up, from what I can tell. But yeah, that's basically over. It's pretty much over. You know what? I'm gonna end the stream right now. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. So if y'all enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, of course. And I will be going now. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna watch the Minecraft movie soon. Not gonna lie, it's probably bad, but hey, we'll see. Probably bad. Flint and Steel. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna end the stream. Alright, if y'all enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe. And peace.